It's the News 5 Sports High School Football Live pregame show with PJ Johnson and Casey Getz. The pregame show is sponsored by Animal Medical Center of Greeneville.
It's a perfect night for football. Undefeated Elizabethton at undefeated Greeneville, number 1 against number 3. I'm PJ Johnson along with Casey Getz, our sports director. Our pregame show brought to you by the Animal Medical Center of Greeneville. We're glad to have you aboard. Casey, this is going to be a game for the ages.
It really is, PJ. I can't think of a high school football game in Northeast Tennessee that has this much hype around it since 2012 when Dobbins Bennett and Science Hill played when they were both 9-0. It's going to be an electric game tonight. Both of these teams, as you mentioned, number 1, number 3 in the state. We've been looking forward to this game for months now.
As you can see, Sky 5 is in the air. That means it's a big game. And you can see the enormous crowd. We've talked to several officials here at Greeneville. They think there's going to be a record crowd on hand tonight.
Yeah, head coach Cade Ballard said he thinks the biggest crowd this stadium has seen was back in 2008 when they played Maryville here in the state semifinals. But he said tonight has a chance to beat that record, have the largest crowd here at Burley Stadium.
Now, earlier this week, we had a chance to talk to both coaches, and we'll get to them eventually. But let's talk a little strategy here, Casey. What's going to decide this game?
Well, I think for Elizabethton, withstand the early flurry of Greeneville. Greeneville just jumps out on their opponents so quickly. You cannot fall behind 21-0 midway through the first quarter. I mean, Elizabethton has to take that first punch and then throw a punch back.
Greeneville's averaging over 50 points a game. Elizabethton's averaging over 45 points a game, but Elizabethton's not giving up a score in the first quarter. So I think the pressure's on their defense. Would you agree?
Absolutely, and Greeneville also has not given up a point in the first quarter or the first half. You know, so both of these defenses, this will be the best test for them, and also for the offenses, this will be their toughest test of the season so far. So I cannot wait for this one. Going to be a great atmosphere.
And we talked about the record crowd, and there's a special visitor down there in that crowd, isn't there?
There is. Chief Meteorologist Dave Dirks among the Greeneville student section with a look at the weather. Dave, take it away.
Oh, unfortunately, Dave yelled so loud he broke our microphone, but we can give you the weather. I could even be a weatherman. It's absolutely perfect. It's perfect football weather, not a cloud in the sky, about, what do we say, about 60 degrees?
And no rain.
And no rain.
That's the best part. All right, now we're going to try and Dave again. You're about his mic working. So, Dave, what's that weather like tonight?
The student section.
Yes, sir.
Right,
yes, sir.
Take it away, my friend.
Are you ready to get wild?
Yeah! Going to be a great night for high school football. Back to you up in the press box.
As you can see, the guy never misses a party, does he?
No, he does not. You know, earlier this week you mentioned we got to talk with Greeneville head coach Cade Ballard. This game, we talked about it back in the summertime. This was a game we had circled, and we weren't the only ones that had this circled. We sat down with him and asked him about this showdown with Elizabethton.
You probably could have looked at the schedule before the year and knew that, I don't know if you knew 7-0 versus 7-0, but you knew this probably was for the region championship. And you know, two great programs, two very similar communities in size, and our guys have battled each other since 7th grade. I mean, this senior class since 7th grade. I remember going and watching Cade and those guys play T.A. Duggar, and it's been great games for several years. So I knew this was coming.
Is this the best Elizabethton team that you've seen?
First of all, they're very well coached on both sides of the ball, and sometimes you can just out-scheme people and out-think people, and against them, it's not that way. It will come down to the kids and the toughness and who wants it the most. And you said they're hungry. You know, we've beaten them the last several times, and I know that they know that, and I'm sure that's motivated them all summer, and they want another shot at us. There's no doubt about that. But I think our kids' hunger will match theirs.
You mentioned the hunger. That's something this program has had for a while, and you've made sure it's stayed in that way. How hard do you have to push these guys? You mentioned the leadership, but still to not be complacent when you haven't had a close game yet this year. You haven't had to play a full 4 quarters yet this year. We're coming into a game now, biggest of the season.
Very hard. I mean, we took our first offense took 8 snaps against Central. We took 9 snaps against Sullivan South. Now you're staring at a 4-quarter game. So you got to do it in practice, and that's hard. Kids don't necessarily love practice, so that's on the coaches to be great motivators and to spend so much energy in practice and trying to keep the guys going. But again, thank goodness we've got the leadership we do, because they carry themselves pretty well and challenge each other out there. They understand it too. I mean, they knew this was coming too. They knew this game was coming, and they've prepared and worked hard for it. And I think you'll see us play at a level you hadn't seen us play at.
You have a number of kids that have signed D1 scholarships. Can you kind of run down some of those, and also tell me, is it part of your job to get kids ready for the next level?
Just starting with the kids first. Dorian Goddard is going to the University of Virginia. Cameron Hyatt to Wake Forest. Will Albright to University of Tennessee, and Cade is going to Army West Point. Is it our job to get them ready? I think it's our job to push them as hard as we can push them and teach the discipline and the dedication and the toughness that it takes to be great young men and to be great football players. Is it a high school coach's job to get a kid a scholarship? Absolutely not. That's on the kid. And if they do all these things that we ask them to do, and they have a huge desire to play college football, usually that works out. But I think there's a false sense out there that it's up to a high school football coach to get kids scholarships, and that's as far from the truth as you can get.
Being a coach and a father to Cade, through 7 games, 14 incompletions, 24 touchdowns. I mean, can you separate it as a father and as a coach? I mean, that is amazing, that stat line right there.
It is incredible. But it's a testament to the team again. The protection he's had has been remarkable. The guys he's got to throw to are big-time players. So, there's a lot of folks that share that stat with him. But not to take away from him, because he's thrown a football since he was 5 years old, and his accuracy, I've not seen that in high school from anybody else.
I don't know if you can tell in the interview, but he was pretty intense when he talked to us in a good way.
Oh, absolutely. And the part that stood out to me the most was saying that we have an extra gear that we haven't hit yet. That is very scary for everybody in Tennessee.
Oh, you're right about that. And we're going to hear from Sean Witten in just a little bit. You're watching the pregame show brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Greeneville. And you're watching High School Football live on News 5 and Sky 5 and Food City Flies.
Don't let your dreams turn into nightmares. Call the bed bug experts at Leo's Pest Control. Don't let bed bugs run you out of house and home. Call Leo's today.
There's only one name when it comes to comfortable, stylish furniture. Lazy Boy. For top quality solid wood furniture, it's Kincaid. And only one name has both for an unprecedented 50% off. Grand Home Furnishings. But your chance to save 50% on all Lazy Boy and Kincaid furniture ends soon. Plus, last chance for 2 years, no interest. So if you want to relax or sleep in style for 50% less, you must get to Grand's huge Lazy Boy and Kincaid sale now, because it all ends Monday.
Soldier, it seems to me that you have a chip on your shoulder.
Yes, sir. The chipped ham sandwich from Pal, sir.
You back-talking me, son?
No, sir. It's got thinly sliced, 96% fat-free ham, mayo, fresh lettuce, and crispy pickles, sir.
Oh, yeah? Drop and give me 50.
Sir, I only have one, sir.
You don't even have that now.
The Chipped Ham Sandwich, available only at Pal Sudden Service. Great food in a flash.
I took it!
Everhart Transportation Incorporated has been supporting the Green Devils for years, and they say go Devils. And when your transportation needs to go, call Everhart Transportation Incorporated at 800-701-7159. Go Devils!
You wake up when the sun does. We know it's not an easy gig. It takes a special kind of person to do this job. At Landair, we believe drive is a sign of character, not a job description. Landair.
Welcome back to Burley Stadium. I'm PJ Johnson. I hope you've been watching our game night coverage every Friday night on News 5. And we really appreciate the sponsorship there from Champion Chevrolet, the good folks there, Andy Dietrich and Tim Copenhaver, and of course Food City, our co-sponsors of game night. And that brings us to Molly Austin, who works for Food City. And Molly has a variety of roles, but today, your toughest challenge ever, as you had to feed Dave Dirks.
I did, and he ate well. He ate 2 times, as a matter of fact. So he ate the sub sandwich, he ate chicken tenders, party mix that we make fresh at the store, so I think he enjoyed it.
You know, a big part of this is the football environment, which you folks at Food City do so well because you're prepared for tailgating anytime, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the options you have.
So we have all kinds of platters that you can buy. We have all the drinks that you can think of that you want. You know, chips, whatever you want, we have it.
And also, you've got a thing called the Big Old Smoker.
We do.
And that gets people really fired up, doesn't it? Because that's the perfect tailgating food.
It is, and you can order it. We can smoke it up for you and then have it ready for tailgating.
All right, that's what it's all about. Well, Molly, we really appreciate you dropping by,
you.
And we appreciate Food City being a sponsor of this show as well.
Thank you, PJ.
All right. Remember, our pregame show is being brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Greeneville, and we'll be back with more of the big matchup between Elizabethton and Greeneville live on News 5.
For almost 25 years, Lexus of Kingsport has sold the highest quality luxury automobiles and provided award-winning service to our customers.
And when you buy from Lexus of Kingsport, we'll continue to provide free pickup and delivery when your vehicle is due for service.
Lexus of Kingsport.
Welcome to Valley Forge Wholesale, where we have something for everyone.
Whether you need daily cleaning supplies and food products, or looking for a unique specialty gift, Valley Forge Wholesale has you covered. New merchandise arrives weekly, so make sure you check us out frequently to see what's new. If you see it today, you better grab it, because it may not be here tomorrow. Shop us often so you don't miss out.
New merchandise at wholesale prices. You gotta come see for yourself.
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
The Davy Crockett TA Travel Center in Baileyton is proud to support the Greeneville Green Devils. David Crockett is a locally owned business since 1976, and we're pleased to announce many new offerings for the customers we serve, including a 200-seat full-service IHOP open 24/7, a Papa John's with local delivery, and a Dunkin' Donuts Express. From cellular merchandise and groceries to a chrome shop with lots of truck accessories, Davy Crockett has something for everyone. Come see us at the David Crockett TA Travel Center in Baileyton. Go Green Devils!
What can you find? Places to unwind, places you can share, and places just to, well, stand and stare. Maybe it's time for you to visit a very special place called I Know.
We're saving you money during Truck Month here at Toyota of Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill. Here at Toyota of Kingsport, saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
The Sky 5 drone is back up in the air. We appreciate Food City signing on as the sponsor for Sky 5 tonight. It gives you a view like none other as you see Burley Stadium like it's never been seen before, packed to the gills. Back here at Burley Stadium, I'm PJ Johnson along with Casey Getz. Casey, we heard from Cade Ballard. Now we're going to hear from Sean Witten. And I've known Sean, it seems like forever. I covered him in high school. He's still one of the best high school football players I've ever covered. Had a great career at Virginia Tech. And now, in his 12th season at Elizabethton, this could be his night to shine.
It really could be. Hard to believe he's been there for 12 years at Elizabethton. And we asked him, is this his best team in Elizabethton? We're going to get to that in a second. But also, he's seen a lot of good teams. One of them is this Greeneville team. We asked him, how do they stack up against the best teams he's ever coached against?
I would put them in the Alcoa 2019 that we played. It's probably the best. I mean, you're talking about the number of Division I players they had on the size, the strength. And what Greeneville does offensively is not like they don't out-scheme you for sure. It's can you stop it? There's no question that if they're not one of the best, they're in the top 3 for sure.
You said been here 12 years now. You've had a lot of talent, but is this your best team?
What we've been able to do at this point right now is we feel that we're the freshest we've ever been. We've got 4 receivers that are in double digits catching the ball. We've got 3 running backs that can run the ball. Obviously, what we can put at quarterback too, with Corey Russell there, gives us the best chance to win. And then on the back end, we're probably the best we've been to be able to cover that we've been in the 12 years. We've had bits and pieces where we've had great corners and inexperienced safeties or vice versa. It can be our best team from a skill standpoint. Obviously, over the last 4 or 5 years, we've graduated some really good linemen.
You were challenged by Science Hill. You got the lead, they came back, and then you were able to come back and win that game. Does that make you a little more nitty-gritty?
Well, for sure. I mean, our whole program's been around, that toughness, that grit. It's, sometimes we're not the biggest, strongest, fastest, the flashiest. We want to be known for our toughness, and I think that's the best thing I admire about Kane is his program has that toughness. Those kids have that extra push when they go to block. They have that extra, that chip on their shoulder when they go to tackle. And I think that when you look at a lot of the great programs, and you want to pull bits and pieces. I hope that people, when they look at Elizabethton football, they see that grit, that toughness, and we use that comment that, Jason Witten comment when he was in retirement, that was never the flashiest, the most, I just hope people, remind them of that grit. I played with that toughness. Nobody was going to outwork us, and I think that for us, we got to be the most relentless football players on the football field.
I would think a lot of teams, when they play Greeneville, they're almost defeated walking off the bus, pregame warm-ups, but not with your team.
You almost got to be a lion for a day, and then you can somewhat be a sheep the rest of your life. I mean, we got to have a lion's mentality where we got to respond. When they make a play or they go up, we got to respond, and I think that we got to be, we got to be focused. We got to be intense. It's got to be a relentless effort, and we got to have some early success.
Elizabethton, Greeneville, 2 small town schools that love high school football. Now in a televised high school football game, did you ever think that would happen around here?
It's pretty unique, and I think it just goes back to the old tradition. Fred Sorrells, Dave Ryder, what the 2 programs have meant to this community. They've been in some big time games. We've not been in the games that they've been in. We've been trying to knock on that door and punch that door down, several times. And, we feel that we're on the cusp every year of trying to get, to that level that they are, and it's exciting, and we love, Elizabethton's always loved being that underdog. But for us, it's a great opportunity. It's, you get mixed emotions. It's an opportunity that so many schools would love to have.
Obviously a challenge playing the defending state champs, but how much fun is this, though, being a part of a football game that all of Northeast Tennessee and even beyond in the state is going to be keeping an eye on?
Both teams come in undefeated, 7-0. There's a lot of stakes to that. But for us, it just comes back to the same thing. Getting ready to play, I can't express enough how big that's going to be. I don't think we're looking for a miracle. We just got to play extremely hard. We got to dig down deep, and we really got to want it more than they do. And we got to find some things that work, take some chances, take some opportunities, whether they work or they don't. But playing conservative in a game like this isn't going to do us any good. We've got to be able to do some things creativity-wise to, make some plays and really, see if we can make something happen.
Sean Witten knows it's going to be a challenge, but they are ready for that challenge. Our pregame show brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Greeneville. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
Don't let your dreams turn into nightmares. Call the bed bug experts at Leo's Pest Control. Don't let bed bugs run you out of house and home. Call Leo's today.
When the sun comes up, it's go time. Whether at work or at play, on the field or off, life doesn't stop, and neither should you. So when you get injured, Holston Medical Group is here to get you back on your feet. Our orthopedic and sports medicine physicians go the extra mile, delivering quality care that exceeds expectations. We specialize in non-surgical techniques and minimally invasive procedures to get you back in the game faster and with less pain, so you can hit the ground running. We are HMG, your doctor, your family, your health partner for life.
Everhart Transportation, Inc. is looking for good, safe drivers. If you want to make great money, if you want more home time, if you want to be a name, part of a family, and not a number, call 423-783-9900. Check out the ETI rigs on YouTube.
Soldier, it seems to me that you have a chip on your shoulder.
Yes, sir. The chipped ham sandwich from Pal, sir.
You back-talking me, son?
No, sir. It's got thinly sliced, 96% fat-free ham, mayo, fresh lettuce, and crispy pickles, sir.
Oh, yeah? Drop and give me 50.
Sir, I only have one, sir.
You don't even have that now.
The chipped ham sandwich, available only at Pal Sudden Service. Great food in a flash.
'Cause I took it.
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
Get the horsepower you need at Boones Creek Outdoor Power Open House Friday, October 12th till Saturday at noon. Find big savings on select Red Max products and Skag mowers. October 12th and 13th, race to Boones Creek Outdoor Power Equipment Center.
Greeneville has one of the best, Casey.
Yeah, quarterback Cade Ballard on the football field. He's a state champion. He's a Mr. Football winner. But off the field, he likes to get away from football, high above the clouds. News 5's Heather Williams has that story.
We all know that Cade Ballard can fly on the football field, but it's off the field where he really soars.
My great-grandfather was, he flew. I've got a cousin that flies for Delta. He flew in the military. So it's kind of there, been there.
Ballard is working on his pilot's license, in addition to being one of the state's top student athletes. For him, it's all about the balance.
We got a favorable school schedule for this year. I did some stuff in the summer to kind of free some time up. So I get up early and go usually in the mornings and fly at Tri-Cities and come home and go to class.
And his time in the air is his time to escape.
You're above everything. You're in the clouds. Just kind of get away from everything. It's a great feeling. It's hard, you know. It's always changing. You always got to be doing something.
And as you might expect, Ballard says there's actually some things he's learned as a pilot that help him on the football field.
You know, it keeps you calm. I mean, you know, one mistake and something bad could happen up there, and there's nobody there to rescue us. You know, on the football field, you try to minimize your mistakes and try to be perfect as much as you can.
Not to mention it gives this Army commit a jump on his future.
It kind of opens up some stuff at West Point. You know, I'd be ahead of the curve, so, I mean, you know, it's a competitive field. Aviation and the Army is competitive, especially coming out of West Point, so I'd kind of have a leg up on some people.
Until then, Ballard will continue to do work through the air, in more ways than one. In Greeneville, Heather Williams, News 5 WCYB.
All right, what a great story there by Heather. Take a look at some of these numbers here on Cade Ballard. He has 14 incompletions on the season and 24 touchdowns, completing 84% of his passes. And he's run the ball for 299 yards, 5 touchdowns. Simply incredible. Now, on the other side, Corey Russell is a Swiss Army knife for Elizabethton. He plays all over the field. He has 3 touchdowns throwing the ball as a quarterback. He's ran the ball for over 200 yards and 10 touchdowns as a running back. As a wide receiver, he has 543 yards and 8 touchdowns. So Corey Russell does everything for Elizabethton, PJ.
He really does, Casey. He's a special player. Yep. And we'll have more live high school football on News 5 after this.
For the first time ever at Grand Home Furnishings, save 50% on all Lazy Boy and Kincaid furniture. Plus, get 2 years no interest. So if you want to relax, enjoy a family meal, or sleep in style, get the best for 50% less, only at Grand.
Don't let your dreams turn into nightmares. Call the bed bug experts at Leo's Pest Control. Don't let bed bugs run you out of house and home. Call Leo's today.
Everhart Transportation Incorporated has been supporting the Green Devils for years, and they say go Devils. And when your transportation needs to go, call Everhart Transportation Incorporated at 800-701-7159. Go Devils!
You wake up when the sun does. We know it's not an easy gig. It takes a special kind of person to do this job. At Landair, we believe drive is a sign of character, not a job description. Landair.
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
What can you find? Places to unwind, places you can share, and places just to, well, stand and stare. Maybe it's time for you to visit a very special place called I Know.
In a world that has traded quality for disposable, can Cade still make solid wood furniture? Visit Grand Home Furnishings and see why you should consider genuine solid wood.
Greeneville Federal Bank gave 85 American flags for the Devils to carry out on the field, and that's what they just did. We're almost minutes from kickoff, Casey. Some quick keys to the game.
All right, let's go for Elizabethton first. Fast start, create turnovers, take some chances against Greeneville. Now for Greeneville, keep an eye on number 5, protect the football, and beat Greeneville. It's got them this far, 7-0. Just do what they do.
It's number 1 against number 3. We'd like to thank again Animal Medical Center of Greeneville for sponsoring our pregame show. For Casey Getz, I'm PJ Johnson. Our kickoff is coming up next. Stay with us.
We're saving you money during Truck Month here at Toyota of Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill. Here at Toyota of Kingsport, saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
When the sun comes up, it's go time. Whether at work or at play, on the field or off, life doesn't stop, and neither should you. So when you get injured, Holston Medical Group is here to get you back on your feet. Our orthopedic and sports medicine physicians go the extra mile, delivering quality care that exceeds expectations. We specialize in non-surgical techniques and minimally invasive procedures to get you back in the game faster and with less pain, so you can hit the ground running. We are HMG, your doctor, your family, your health partner for life.
Don't let your dreams turn into nightmares. Call the bed bug experts at Leo's Pest Control. Don't let bed bugs run you out of house and home. Call Leo's today.
If you want to be served an Italian experience you'll never forget, you need to hurry into Dino's Restaurant in the heart of Elizabethton. Since 1963, Dino's offers traditional Italian and American comfort food in a friendly family atmosphere with reasonable prices. From Italian, steaks, seafood, sandwiches, and more, Dino's will have just what you need. Our experienced chefs use fresh ingredients to enhance the flavor of each dish. Whether it's lunch or dinner, for the best in Italian and American, make Dino's in Elizabethton your next stop.
Everhart Transportation, Inc. is looking for good, safe drivers. If you want to make great money, if you want more home time, if you want to be a name, part of a family, and not a number, call 423-783-9900. Check out the ETI rigs on YouTube.
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
News 5 on Fox Tri-Cities, WEMT.
It's News 5 Sports High School Football Live with hosts PJ Johnson and Casey Getz. Tonight, it's the Elizabethton Cyclones versus the Greeneville Green Devils. High School Football Live on Fox Tri-Cities is sponsored by Champion Chevrolet and Food City.
Welcome to Burley Stadium. We're underway. Elizabethton has the ball from their own 20. A little pass out by Carter Everett, and we have action underway, Casey.
Yeah, they waited before 7:30 to get this one going there. They couldn't wait a couple more minutes here to get going, but Elizabethton, we knew they were going to take the ball if they could get in. Greeneville wanted to defer, so Elizabethton gets the ball first here.
Sean Witten told us they'd be moving fast. Quarterback Carter Everett, he's a big guy, 6'5", 6'6". He can get that ball out quickly. He's back in the spread. Looking it over. Quick drop, three-step drop. He's got a receiver open. That's Corey Russell. He found a seam. First down, Cyclones.
Corey Russell is the Swiss Army knife for Elizabethton. He plays wide receiver, running back, quarterback. They're going to get him the ball any way they can on offense.
Everett looks over to Witten. He'll get the play. Elizabethton's not wasting any time. We've seen a lot of teams playing Greeneville slow it down. Go, let the clock run down, not Elizabethton.
No, Sean Witten said you have to take chances. You can't play into Greenville's hands by being conservative.
Everett gets a snap, straight throw, got another receiver wide open, and that'll be another first down. Parker Hughes is out there. He didn't have much of a seam, Casey, but just enough to get that completion in.
The quick passing game early by Elizabethton here. 3 plays, 3 passes. I like the play calling so far. They're not letting Carter Everett hold the ball a lot, get it out of his hands quickly.
I am surprised Sean Witten said they would challenge this defense, and he is living up to his word. They're a passing machine right now, and Witten's getting ready to send in yet another play.
They're already on the Greeneville territory, and that's kind of already a win. If nothing else, they already flipped field position.
Carter Everett takes a snap, 2-step back, little flyer over the middle, complete again, and it's number 19. A good completion there to Zach C. Hartley, a wide receiver who cut across the middle and once again found a seam in that Greeneville defense.
He also used one of the officials as almost a pick there to keep the Greeneville defender away from him there. Great job there by Zach C. Hartley. There's also a Zach A. Hartley on Elizabethton.
Elizabethton with another pass. Still in the shotgun. Little spread offense for Elizabethton. They can do a lot of different formations out of this. But right now, they've been throwing the ball against the Green Devils. Carter Everett, very little pressure. He flares it out, and it's just over the head of Austin Outland.
Yeah, just trying to get a little running back flare out there in the backfield. The first incompletion of the game for Carter Everett. 5 plays so far for the Cyclones, 4 passes.
Huge crowd here at Burley Stadium. Elizabethton side completely full, Greeneville side completely full. People in the end zone standing around. I haven't seen a crowd like this in high school for quite a while.
It's 3rd down now for Elizabethton, 3rd and 10.
Our end zone view, Carter Everett deep, and he's under pressure for the first time, and he'll be sacked by a host of Green Devils, and a flag comes flying in. Was that a face mask?
I would think that's going to be a face mask. That was Jacques Gillespie Taylor on the sack. However, the officials are getting together. The question would it be 5-yard or 15-yard personal foul?
It does look like a personal foul. They're talking to Elizabethton. We'll get the call here. Face mask, indeed. That's a crucial penalty because for the first time, Greeneville was able to stop the Cyclone drive.
Yeah, but it was just a 5-yard penalty, so it's still 3rd down. They'll replay the down, but now it's going to be 3rd and 12 instead of being 4th down. Not an automatic first down because it's just a 5-yarder.
So we'll see what Elizabethton has up in its bag of tricks here. Carter Everett again waiting for that play to be called in from Sean Witten. He looks it over. Everett about 5 yards deep in the shotgun. Lots of noise in this stadium. Another big rush, but Everett gets it off, and it's incomplete over the middle. He had a receiver out there, but it was incomplete as the Elizabethton Cyclones' Zach C. Hartley was open for a second, but the throw under heavy pressure. And now Elizabethton will be forced to punt.
That's a great job by Greeneville's defensive line, getting pressure on Carter Everett, make him throw off the back foot.
This is Jackson Holly for Elizabethton. Inside his own 40. He'll be punting the ball to the Green Devils. And it's straight up in the air. And Greeneville says, get away from that. And that's exactly what they did. Shuffler was back there to receive it, but he let it go out of bounds, and Greeneville will take over. So what are we going to see here, Casey?
You're going to see a lot of Cade Ballard throwing the ball, and then I'm interested to see if today between Ty Youngblood in the backfield and also Javon Gillespie, those 2 running backs, can they wear down Elizabethton's defense up the middle?
Ballard is number 2 on the field, but number 1 in the hearts of Devil fans everywhere. He's had a tremendous career here. He would like to, again, finish out on top, headed to the U.S. Military Academy as a quarterback next year in college. So Ballard back in a shotgun. And he'll put his back in motion, empty backfield. And he's going to look long. He's got a receiver wide open, and he drops it. Oh, my goodness. Javon Gillespie out there wide open, Casey.
Yeah, you know what? They faked the quick screen to Dorian Goddard. All the defenders went towards him. Gillespie snuck by them. Great play call, just could not hang on to that one right there.
Javon Gillespie, we know him well.
The grandson of former NHRA driver Alan Johnson, who is in attendance for tonight's game.
Alan both sent us both a message, said, make my grandson look good. And we're going to try our best. Here we go again, second down. Cade Ballard again will take the snap from the shotgun. And it's Ballard with a little flare out to the left and a good block by Greeneville. And it'll be close to a first down as it looks like Dorian Goddard, one of their great wide receivers, made a lot out of a little.
Yeah, Dorian Goddard, he's committed to the University of Virginia. Big, tall, athletic, really fast wide receiver. Nothing fancy there, just a quick throw. Get him the ball, let him make a play in space.
So now Greeneville has its own third down challenge, but not like Elizabethton. This one will be short, about 3rd and 3.
So they're saying 3rd and a long 2, we'll call it there. And now Ty Youngblood in the backfield, now number 47, the junior for Greeneville. Let's see if he gets a carry up the middle, or Ballard could keep it here on the option.
Sean Witten told us he loves Youngblood. He's a great blocker, and that's what Witten fears. But it's going to be Ballard up the middle. He gets a crease, he fumbles, but he recovers it. Close call for the Devils.
Sometimes the bounces go your way, and if Elizabethton, you want to pull an upset, you'd like to have a bounce like that go your way, but Ballard fell on it. It's a first down for Greeneville.
He is such a weapon as a quarterback because you can't account for the quarterback, so it gives the offense the advantage. Get a blocker.
And they use Youngblood as the lead blocker.
They did.
You know, so I mean, you have one extra person there, so it's kind of hard for the defense to match up with that.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Green Devils. They're on the move. Not quite to the 50 yet, though. Cade Ballard. Short drop, another flare out to the left, and a big breaking tackle there. And Will Albright catches that and makes something out of it as he cuts back on the inside seam. A good catch and a good move by Albright. Zach Hartley making the stop there for the Cyclones.
Will Albright, another Division I commit for Greeneville. He's going to go to the University of Tennessee as a long snapper. So Greeneville littered with Division I talent all over the field.
They really are. We'll be seeing that a lot tonight. We were speculating that maybe by the end of the year they could have as many as 6 D1 signees. We shall see about that. Cade Ballard again in the shotgun, looking the defense over. And it'll be a straight handoff. And Youngblood gets the call, and he busts it over the right side for a good gain. He's short of a first down.
Greeneville's offense the last 2 weeks, their first team offense, 17 snaps. They could have this many on their first drive tonight here.
Sean Witten could not say enough kind things about Youngblood. Really thought he was a good player. Loves his blocking out of the backfield. So Ballard again, we're looking for the first down. It's 2nd down and a long 3. He'll take it again up the middle. He's got a seam, and he cuts back to the right side for the first down. And Ballard is brought down by the Cyclones. Kilroy Hill on that, the starting linebacker there. Hill makes the tackle. And the Cyclones, again, can't stop Greeneville on 3rd and short.
Neither one of these teams defensively has allowed a single point in the first quarter all season. We'll see if that continues here, but Greeneville's certainly going to try and threaten on their first possession. About 6.5 minutes left here in the first quarter, no score.
We'll see if Ballard tries to go long. They've been dinking and dunking and doing the short runs. It's another straight handoff, though, to Youngblood. They're testing the middle of the Cyclones. This time, Elizabethton was ready for Youngblood.
Greeneville's offensive line, they are bigger, so maybe the plan is to try and wear them down, get 3-4 yards of carry, but then also, if they continue to run it, you have to bring an extra defender down. That opens up the up-top passing game.
Yeah, they could be setting Elizabethton up here for something long. We'll see what happens. Again, Ballard in the backfield out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Oh, now he comes up, looks it over. Looks like they're changing the call. He looks at his wristband. He's barking out a new call, looks over to the bench. Now he'll throw the screen out to the left side. And it'll be short of a first down. Again, that was Goddard, their fine wide receiver out there, and they love to target Goddard as much as they can.
Yeah, Cade Ballard looks over to his dad and coach Kane Ballard on the sideline to change the play there. It's really simple math. If there's more people in the box on defense, then they're going to throw the ball. If there's less, they're going to run it. So you get the change there, and a good job there by Elizabethton to keep him short of the first down and force a 3rd and 1 here.
So again, Elizabethton has been unsuccessful at stopping Greeneville on 3rd and short. Can they do it this time? Ballard in the shotgun. He'll take it again on the run, and Ballard is going to bang his way inside for the first down. Devils on the move.
It is awfully hard to stop that play when you have the lead blocker in Youngblood, and Ballard is basically the running back as well. It's going to be tough to keep. All he needs is a yard, but it's even hard to keep it under 4 or 5 yards of play.
We talked about this in the pregame show. Ballard is bigger physically this year, but he hasn't lost a step in speed.
No, and he hasn't had to run the ball nearly as much this year as he did last year, but tonight could be a different story.
From the shotgun, Greeneville on the move in their first series with the ball. Straight handoff to Youngblood. He gets a block, and he'll try to take on the safety, and he does. Wow, what a collision there. Big hit by the Betsy safety. Drew Broom came up and just collided with Youngblood. It's like two trucks hitting together.
Ty Youngblood, low man wins there. He got low, he got the first down, and now Greeneville's inside the red zone at the Elizabethton 14-yard line. Take another replay, a look at this replay here from Ty Youngblood, number 47. Getting after it here, getting a great first down run here for Greeneville.
Well, we'll wait on that replay as we go back to live action. Greeneville knocking on the door. Ballard out of the shotgun. He'll take it off the left side. He breaks one tackle. He's in for the touchdown. Cade Ballard makes it a 6-0 game.
14-yard touchdown run by Ballard. Greeneville, the first points Elizabethton has allowed in the first quarter all season.
So their kicker here is C.J. Jones, and it's an interesting story. Soccer player, just came out for football this year, and he's been terrific.
48 of 50 on extra points.
He'll be looking to keep that going. And the kick is good, and it's a 7-0 game. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
Toyota Truck Month is on at Johnson City Toyota, where in addition to big discounts, you get huge rebates too. Save over $5,000 on Tundra, drive a Tacoma for $354 a month with 0 down, or RAV4 for $185 a month. Shop JohnsonCityToyota.com.
Everhart Transportation Incorporated has been supporting the Green Devils for years, and they say go Devils. And when your transportation needs to go, call Everhart Transportation Incorporated at 800-701-7159. Go Devils!
Point running the ball primarily on that drive.
Welcome back to Burley Stadium, everyone. Greeneville just scored on a Cade Ballard run. It's 7-0. Elizabethton giving up their first points of the season in the first quarter. 14-yard run, and one of the big plays there was that big run that we had by Youngblood.
Yeah, Ty Youngblood. This is the touchdown run here by Ballard into the end zone. So Greeneville right down the field now. Let's see, can Elizabethton, Sean Witten said all week, when we get punched in the mouth, we have to respond. Can Elizabethton respond here and get some points on this next drive?
Our instant replay tonight brought to you by Tusculum University. Tusculum established in 1794. Thank you very much, Tusculum University. And the kick is underway. And back deep for Elizabethton is Corey Russell. He'll bring it out to the 10, the 15. He's up to the 20. He gets a break, and he's going to be tackled just across the 25-yard line. For a second there, Casey, he had some daylight.
He did, and that ball came about a yard close to being in the end zone. In high school, you're not allowed to take the ball out of the end zone on a kickoff. If it goes in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback in high school.
4 minutes and 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Greeneville leading 7-0. Elizabethton moved the ball down, then had a big sack that stopped their momentum. Greeneville takes over, just methodically moved the ball down the field, and that's been the difference so far.
That first drive for Elizabethton, they pretty much exclusively threw the ball. So let's see if they stay with that or if they try to add in the running game a little bit here on the second possession.
Carter Everett, your quarterback. He'll take the snap. And, the ball was almost intercepted by number 33. That's Kenny Kershaw, the middle linebacker of the Devils defense.
Great play there by Kershaw, just could not hang on to that one there. He was looking at Everett's eyes the entire way. He almost came up with an interception.
Well, he hit him in the wrong place, right in the hands.
That's why he plays defense, right?
That's why he's playing linebacker, I guess. Great play by the kid to stop that Elizabethton pass. Now, Carter Everett looking over at Sean Witten, trying to find something that's going to work here. The short passing game has worked for the most part. Everett back in the shotgun, 3-step drop. He dances around, throws it, and it'll be incomplete. No flag on the play. You saw the receiver fall down. He wanted to flag, but the ball was actually looked like it was almost uncatchable. Receiver turned one way and the ball went the other.
The one good thing about Greeneville's defense is they seem to keep everything in front of them there, and the pass rush, they can get to the quarterback with just their front four, allows 7 to play in coverage, so there's not a lot of windows to throw the ball.
Sean Witten told us in the pregame show that he has a nitty-gritty team. He likes the grit of this team, and they're down for the first time in a while since the Science Hill game. We'll see how they can handle this adversity. Everett back, going long. He's got a man out there. He's open, and he makes the catch. Great catch by Parker Hughes. He breaks the tackle. He's to the 10, the 5. Will he score? He does. And we're going to be tied.
Wow, what a throw there by Carter Everett to Parker Hughes. 72 yards for a touchdown.
That was so unexpected. Hughes doing it all really on his own. I hope we can get a replay of that. We'll tell our crew back there to work on that. We do have a replay.
Let's take a look at this one here. Watch Carter Everett. He sees the pressure coming, stays in the pocket, throws it deep, and Parker Hughes behind the defense, spins out of the tackle, goes 72 yards. What a play for Elizabethton. It's now 7-6.
It's now 7-6, and Jackson Holly on the field, number 4 for the Cyclones. Will try to tie it up. There's a flag down. He does make the kick. We'll see what happens. It looked like somebody moved in the line. Wow, that was so unexpected, but what a terrific play. Great throw, great catch.
Now, we said it when Greeneville scored. Now we have to say when Elizabethton scores. This was the first points in the first quarter Greeneville's given up all season, and in the first half. They have not given up a point in the first half all season. Then they give up a 72-yard touchdown pass.
So you heard it here first. Throw the record books out. They don't mean anything tonight. We've broken them all. Again, it'll be Holly trying to tie this game up. And the kick is up and good. We're tied at 7-7. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
Ultimate Shine Car Wash has a new look and new prices. Visit one of our 10 locations and go unlimited with always free vacuums, mat cleaner, glass cleaner, and towels. Fast passes start at just $14.95. Our best wash every day for less than $1 a day. Unlimited washes, one low monthly cost. At Ultimate Shine Car Wash, we offer 10 locations to serve you. Visit us online or Facebook to find a car wash near you.
Welcome back to Burley Stadium. Our instant replay brought to you tonight by Tusculum University, established in 1794. Another look at that great touchdown. He was under some pressure, but Carter Everett just let it air out. And look at number 7 do the spin move, the Mickey Mantle, as he goes in for the touchdown. Just a terrific play by him. Number 7, again, of course, is Parker Hughes. Really extra effort on his part.
The catch was one thing, but then to spin out of that tackle there, I mean, if he's tackled, that's about at the 30-yard line. So, I mean, the catch was one thing, but spinning out of that tackle, going in for the touchdown, Elizabethton really needed that to answer Greeneville's touchdown.
I told you, he said they had the grit. They proved it. They got the grit now. Jackson Holly will kick it off. This game so unlike last year's game, which was a defensive affair in the first half. 3-3, I believe, at halftime, correct? This year, we've had 2 scores on 3 drives. Terrific football so far. So here we go again from the 40, a big deep kick. And back to receive it is Greeneville, and that is Shuffler again. He'll take it up the sidelines, and a host of Cyclones will push him out of bounds.
Now, how does Greeneville respond to a little bit of adversity, having somebody score on them?
It looks like there might be a penalty on that play, Casey. Looks like the refs are talking about it. There might have been something a little extracurricular on the sidelines. We were kind of blocked out by this massive crowd here, so luckily our camera guys are down there showing us the officials talking, so we'll see what they say. Yeah, personal foul against the Cyclones. So that's not going to help.
No, that's a free 15 yards there for Greeneville, and you don't need to be giving them any free yards. They're good enough, so you don't need to help them out at all on offense.
No, when you've got Cade Ballard running the show, you can't give this kid any advantage, and Greeneville has already proven they can move the ball on the Cyclones. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10, they're just short of the 40-yard line, just a little nickel away from the 40. So Ballard again in the shotgun. Be a straight handoff right up the middle. It looks like I should say the Devils Gillespie again up the middle that time. He's switching off with Youngblood there. I had to figure that one out, but Javon Gillespie showing his muscle, picking up about 3 yards.
Coming into this game, no running back on Greeneville had more than 26 carries through 7 games, only averaging about 3 to 4 carries a game. Tonight, I think that'll be a different story for Gillespie and Youngblood.
This is terrific. This is so much fun. Fake handoff by Ballard. He gets a crease in the right side. He'll cut it back left, close to the first down, but just short. Looks like he's going to be a couple of footballs short of the first. It'll be 3rd and short for the Green Devils. Kilroy Hill again on the tackle. Mr. Hill has been a Kilroy tonight. He's been killing those ball tacklers for the Devils.
On 3rd and less than a yard here, I would fully expect another run by Ballard with Youngblood leading the way here for the Green Devil offense.
We've got 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and it's been a great first quarter. We're tied at 7. Ballard looks down at his plays. Looks at his wristband, looks over at Dad. Dad says, gives you the thumbs up. Here we go. Ballard, screen pass. Dorian, he's out there again. Goddard gets a block. See, it's all speed now. It's all speed. Oh, great tackle, though, as he goes down. As the Cyclones came out and just kind of woofed him down there. Dorian Goddard blazing down the sidelines. And again, I think that was Parker Hughes that cut him out. Let's look at that replay brought to you by Tusculum University. So here we go, Ballard with the screen, and look at Goddard, Casey.
Yeah, it goes 31 yards on a pass that went about half a yard. Goddard turns into 31 yards on 3rd and less than a yard. They don't run the ball, they get it out to Goddard, which is basically an extension of the running game, but it goes for 31 yards. Greeneville now inside the red zone once again.
Hughes saves a touchdown for the Cyclones. Ballard, straight handoff, that's Youngblood, breaks a tackle, and hits a guy. Golly, he's a tough kid up the middle.
Just a junior, he's also getting looked at for both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Of course, he's a linebacker on defense, running back for Greeneville. And this is, I think they gave him a second and about half a yard here. Whole playbook is open for Greeneville right now.
Yeah. I mean, you would think, again, it's going to be Ballard on a carry because that's what they've done in the past, but we'll see. Ballard looks it over from the shotgun. He's got Youngblood beside him. It's going to be Ballard with a little bunny hop there, but I think he got enough for the first down. Did you see him hop, Casey?
Yeah, seems like he was playing hopscotch there, and that one went right then left. We'll have to see. He needed to get, I think, to the 10-yard line for the first down, and they're saying it.
So he's just short, I believe, aren't they? Are they going to measure it?
No, they gave him a first down.
They did give him first down. Here we go.
1st and goal now from the 10.
It's Ballard for the first down. He keeps his balance. He drives. He's going to be just short of the touchdown. Cade Ballard with look at that leg strength. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of stumbled about the 7-yard line. You thought he was going to go down. He stayed up and got down to about the 2-yard line now.
Kilroy Hill again on the tackle for the Cyclones.
Now some substitutions coming in both sides. The heavy package for Greeneville. They're bringing a couple of the big boys, some extra beef to try and maybe run this one in here. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. All right, 2nd and goal from the 3 now. We may see a rare snap under center here for Greeneville. Doesn't happen often.
It's going to be Ballard with the rush. Quarterback sneak, and he's powered in the end zone. They did give it to him. Touchdown, Green Devils.
Boy, all you do there is put the 3 big guys behind Ballard. They just push them into the end zone.
I think that's known as the pickup truck formation. Just put somebody on the back of a pickup truck and just haul them in there. Let's see that again on the replay brought to you by Tusculum University.
And Ballard, then you just see the running backs behind a big rugby pile there in for the touchdown. 13-7 now, Greeneville.
C.J. Jones on to kick. As we explained earlier, Jones, a soccer player last year, never played football till this year. But you'd think he's played all his life the way he can kick this football. And he puts it up, and he puts it through. It's going to be a 14-7 game. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
We're saving you money during Truck Month here at Toyota Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill. Here at Toyota Kingsport, saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
Another example of the value every day at Food City is their incredible weekly sales.
This week, save on Ground Chuck, New Crop Honey Crisp Apples, Deli Fresh Fried Chicken, and more. Only at Food City.
Welcome back to Burley Stadium, everyone. You're watching the game of the year. Number 1 ranked Greeneville against number 3 ranked Elizabethton. It's 14-7 with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. We'd like to welcome all our viewers, including our fans on Facebook. Brought to you tonight by Chance Scott Auto Group. Facebook Live. Enjoy it. And if you're watching here on Fox Tri-Cities, we appreciate you as well. Just a great game so far, Casey. It has lived up to the hype.
It really has. Both teams have had the ball twice. Greeneville 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown for Elizabethton. So far, every team has answered when they had to. Now the ball goes back to Elizabethton. It's their turn to answer here.
It's interesting. We thought it would be Greeneville making the big plays. Greeneville's been very methodical, and it's Elizabethton that's hit on the big play. So here we go with Jones again with the deep kickoff. Corey Russell's back there. He'll up to the 10 and the 20. He's hit hard, just short of the 20-yard line. Big tackle by a host of Devils.
Yeah, it's a great special teams right there. Greeneville special teams, their kickoff coverage, they don't get a lot of work, but they're ready when they need to be.
So you have to wonder, what are the Cyclones going to do? They've got 19 seconds left in the first quarter, then they'll have to swap it out and reverse the field. So do you go big here? Do you challenge the defense? Are you too deep to do that, Case?
I think you just run your normal offense. I mean, so far for Elizabethton, that's been a lot of passing. I don't know if they've run the ball yet. I don't believe they run the ball yet in the first quarter.
They have. I don't think they have. This is truly the spread formation. And again, Everett back to pass. He's got a little flare out to the left. Finds his running back. And he'll get a short yardage. Actually, he will be just maybe a yard or two of Austin Outland getting that. And our clock is probably going to run down and run out. And we're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that's the end of the first quarter. It's 14-7. Devils on top. You're watching High School Football live on News 5.
Everhart Transportation, Inc. is looking for good, safe drivers. If you want to make great money, if you want more home time, if you want to be a name, part of a family, and not a number, call 423-783-9900. Check out the ETI rigs on YouTube.
At Brooks Malone, we offer exceptional service in landscaping, pools, and design. Our goal is to create a fun, relaxing place for your family and children so they never have to leave home. Save money, skip the stress of travel, and enjoy your summer at home. We offer a lifetime warranty on all of our pools, whether it's fiberglass or vinyl liner, and top-of-the-line energy savings equipment. At Brooks Malone, our team is thoroughly committed to your satisfaction. There's nothing more important to us. This is Holly at Brooks Malone. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Mom, the plug doesn't work.
Okay, sweetie. Well, I'm going to book an appointment with Precision Electrical.
Contact Precision Electrical today for all of your electrical repair and rewiring needs.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. You know what, folks? When you throw Bach and Bernard in the mix, it doesn't get any better than that. How about making a short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where you can save up to $14,000 on 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LTZ pickups right now. That's right, save up to $14,000. And you can save up to $14,000 on select LT trucks in Crew Cab also. Make the short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where as always, I'm going to save you money.
Get the horsepower you need at Boones Creek Outdoor Power Open House Friday, October 12th till Saturday at noon. Find big savings on select Red Max products and Skag mowers. October 12th and 13th, race to Boones Creek Outdoor Power Equipment Center.
The Davy Crockett TA Travel Center in Baileyton is proud to support the Greeneville Green Devils. David Crockett is a locally owned business since 1976, and we're pleased to announce many new offerings for the customers we serve, including a 200-seat full-service IHOP open 24/7, a Papa John's with local delivery, and a Dunkin' Donuts Express. From cellular merchandise and groceries to a chrome shop with lots of truck accessories, Davy Crockett has something for everyone. Come see us at the David Crockett TA Travel Center in Baileyton. Go Green Devils!
We're saving you money during Truck Month here at Toyota of Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill. Here at Toyota of Kingsport, saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
Welcome back to Burley Stadium. It's second down for the Cyclones. Our scoreboard tonight brought to you by HMG, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your health partner for life. And it's a 14-7 game. Carter Everett under a big rush, throws an incomplete pass as he gets away from the Devil defense.
Yeah, Jaquez, Gillespie, Taylor all over Carter Everett. Did a good job escaping the pocket and throwing that ball away, not taking a big loss there with the sack.
So another crucial third down for the Cyclones, 3rd down and 8, but this is the first time they've been deep in their own territory.
Yeah, their last 3rd down worked out pretty well. Here's another look at the pressure here by Greeneville, forcing Everett out of the pocket, and he had no choice but to throw that ball away. Now, the last 3rd down, they had a 72-yard touchdown pass, so we'll see what happens.
He's winding it up. He is throwing deep. He's got a man out there. That's Corey Russell, but it's going to be intercepted. Oh, and a tackle. Great play there by number 3 of the defense. That's Jordan Gillespie coming out of his quarterback position and making that interception, a leaping interception.
Yeah, there is a penalty flag, though, on the play, so we'll see what that is.
That could change everything.
Carter Everett kind of threw that one up for grabs like a jump ball in basketball. They're calling a personal foul. Let's take another look here at this interception. Everett, again, facing pressure, throws it off his back foot, and there's 2 Greeneville defenders, and then Corey Russell and Gillespie comes up with the interception.
Again, our instant replay brought to you by Tusculum University. It was kind of a Hail Mary almost, because Corey Russell had 2 guys on it. It was not the place to throw it.
Yeah, no, I mean, the personal foul was called against Greeneville.
But it was after the play.
It was after the play, so yeah, Greeneville has the ball. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could kind of say almost like a punt there, since it was 3rd down.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, you have to punt it anyway. So even though it is a turnover, just a 2nd interception on the season for Carter Everett doesn't hurt him too much, because they were going to have to punt the ball anyway.
But now's a chance for Greeneville to put a little extra on this game. They're already up by a touchdown. They could go up by 2 touchdowns here. They have excellent field position just short of the 50-yard line, and you know that's what Cade Ballard is thinking. So Ballard back again in the shotgun. 3 receivers out to the right, and they're looking over with 1 running back. Again, that's up the middle. The big guy there, Gillespie, churning for a couple of yards. He's the bruiser in the backfield as opposed to Youngblood, I suppose, who's a little faster.
A little bit faster, but yeah, they're very similar in styles. I just can't help but think Greeneville continuing to run this ball up the middle, you know, sooner or later they are going to take a shot deep with either Cameron Height or Dorian Goddard.
Yeah. Goddard, of course, is their speedster. He's got a lot of, you know, attention this year from recruiters, and Dorian Goddard he looks like a D1 player. And it'll be Ballard again up the middle as he takes the handoff himself. He fakes the handoff, I should say, and takes the ball himself to get the first down, and he won't go down, and now they throw in a flag. What was that all about? Looks like Hill and Hartley both trying to wrestle Cade Ballard down. We talked about how much stronger he is this year than last year, and his leg strength, very impressive.
Yeah, that's a personal foul, face mask on Elizabethton, so they'll tack on 15 more yards. So all of a sudden now Greeneville, they're marching down to the 23-yard line. Let's take another look at that run here by Cade Ballard. Started off nothing fancy up the middle, just following the blockers, but he kept those legs churning. It looked like he was tackled there. 3-4 defenders, he kept going, and then reached in with the face mask there.
And see it right there.
Yeah, got an extra 15 yards.
Yeah, it looked like Zach Hartley had a hold of his face mask. So great scoring position here for the Green Devils. Cade Ballard with a handoff up the middle again to Gillespie. He's thrown down by Hartley. Gillespie doesn't wait for his blockers, boy. If they're not there, he just runs over them.
Yeah, it's very clear what the game plan for Greeneville was. Run the ball right at Elizabethton. Greeneville has the size advantage on their offensive line, a little bigger than Elizabethton's defensive front, and I figure you wear them down over time in the second half, those running lanes get a little bit wider, so Greeneville sticking with their game plan, which appears to be running the ball right at Elizabethton.
Certainly. So here we go with 2nd down and long. Cade Ballard takes a 1-step back. He finds Goddard, and Goddard breaks a couple of tackles, and he's churning toward that first down. He's going to be just short of it as Ketster is back there along with a host of other Cyclones to knock him down. But number 11, Dorian Goddard, boy, he's an impressive-looking athlete.
It's very hard for one player to bring him down, just so big and physical. He's the combination of speed and physicality. We have a timeout on the play for Elizabethton.
We certainly do. So with the score, 14-7, we're going to take a break. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
It's Truck Month at Johnson City Ford, and you get our biggest discounts of the year. Save as much as $16,000 on a new F-150, save $10,000 on a new Explorer, or save up to $8,000 on an all-wheel drive Ford Escape. These deals are only at Johnson City Ford.
Everhart Transportation Incorporated has been supporting the Green Devils for years, and they say go Devils. And when your transportation needs to go, call Everhart Transportation Incorporated at 800-701-7159. Go Devils!
It's a game so big we had to bring out all the toys. Sky 5 in the air, brought to you by Food City tonight. It's 14-7 Greeneville. The last time the Devils had the ball, they went 55 yards in 3 minutes and 34 seconds, and now it appears they're going to do the same thing on another possession, Casey.
Yeah, they have a 3rd and 1. Elizabethton takes the time out there on defense. So far, Greeneville's offense is run Gillespie, Ballard, Youngblood up the middle, and then the quick throws to Goddard on the outside.
That's really been it. There's been no challenge over the middle, no challenge deep, but when you're moving the ball, why challenge? If it's not broke, fix it.
They got the. Now we have a timeout.
For almost 25 years, Lexus of Kingsport has sold the highest quality luxury automobiles and provided award-winning service to our customers.
And when you buy from Lexus of Kingsport, we'll continue to provide free pickup and delivery when your vehicle is due for service.
Lexus of Kingsport.
Ashley Home Store Mattress Gallery with great selection and savings. Save up to $500 on the adjustable base of your dreams with your qualifying purchase. Only at the Mattress Gallery in Ashley Home Store, America's #1 furniture and mattress store.
It's a packed house at Burley Stadium, and we are seeing a classic. 9 minutes and 54 seconds left in the second quarter. It's a 14-7 game. P.J. Johnson along with sports director Casey Getz. And Casey, it's everything we expected.
Yeah, Sky 5 here bringing us back from the commercial break. Kind of like an end of a basketball game here. One team calls a timeout on defense, and they come back out. The offense sees the defensive situation. They call a timeout of their own. So now we'll see if Greeneville changes the play from what they originally had. They had a crowded backfield. Now we'll see. It looks like they're going to come out the same formation.
They seem to pick up something here. I see Kane talking to his dad about the play. So we'll see what happens here. As Cade Ballard, he's just going to sneak it. That was nothing fancy there at all. So let's see what the official call is, because he's going to be close. It was 3rd down and short, and they've got all that beef up front. And it is a first down. So they're keeping it simple, and it is working. Greeneville leading 14-7. And so far, nothing fancy. Runs off tackle. Ballard with the quarterback keeper. Little screen passes, bubble screens, you might say, out on the outside to Goddard. And it is working. The Devils moving the ball down the field, and now they're threatening to score their 3rd touchdown. Ballard back in the shotgun. Youngblood to his side. It'll be a handoff to Youngblood. He just bruises his way close to the 5-yard line. Well, inside the 5. My goodness.
He fumbled the ball, but they said he was down. Elizabethton sidelines. Coach Sean Witten, not like that call. Youngblood fumbled, but they said his knee was down. We'll see if we can take another look at this replay on the play with the Elizabethton side. Obviously not liking that call. Here's the replay. Youngblood. Let's see if we can see the ball come out or the knee down first. It sure looks like he was down. I think that was the right call.
Yeah, it did look like his left knee hit the ground right before the ball popped out. So Greeneville retains possession, and with 8 minutes and 43 seconds left, they'll be looking to score their 3rd touchdown. Cade Ballard from the shotgun. He'll throw it out to the left. It's Gillespie with the screen. Breaks the tackle, goes into the air, and he's stopped just short by a host of Cyclone Orange.
Yeah, he got the...
Looked like Corey Russell came flying in there to knife him down. But again, it's Greeneville knocking on the door.
And again, here come the big boys. Greeneville bringing in the extra beef, and so far Elizabethton has not been able to stop Greeneville running out of this formation.
They certainly have not. They have not at all. And the thing about Greeneville is they don't do anything fancy. They don't try to out-scheme you. They say, this is what we're going to do. It's up to you to stop it.
And so far, Elizabethton has not been able to stop it. We'll see here now. It's 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Heavy package again.
And again, it's a quarterback sneak, and again, it is Cade Ballard plowing his way into the end zone, and the officials have signaled touchdown, I believe, and they have. Wow.
Greeneville takes a 20-7 lead. That's a 53-yard drive, 3:32 up the clock, very similar to their drive before, which was 55 yards. Take another look here at the play once again.
The
Ballard,
pickup truck formation again.
And the 3 guys behind him come push him into the end zone. Another Greeneville touchdown.
C.J. Jones on to attempt the extra point. And it's up, and it's right down Broadway. It's 21-7, 8 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. You know what, folks? When you throw Bachman Bernard in the mix, it doesn't get any better than that. How about making a short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where you can save up to $14,000 on 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LTZ pickups right now. That's right, save up to $14,000. And you can save up to $14,000 on select LT trucks in Crew Cab also. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where, as always, I'm going to save you money.
The drums are beating and the fans are cheering because it's a 21-7 game with the home team, the #1 ranked defending state champion, 4A powerhouse, Greeneville Devils, on top of the Elizabethton Cyclones. Casey, it's been a simple game so far.
It really has for Greeneville. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. They've leaned heavily on the running game. Elizabethton has not been able to stop it yet. Greeneville on the season averaging 51 points per game. They are well on their way to that mark, 21 here. We're not even midway through the second quarter.
We'd like to thank all our viewers for tuning in, including our Facebook Live, sponsored by Chance Scott Auto Group. Another deep kick. Corey Russell out of the end zone, so he will not be allowed to take that kick back.
You know, he wanted to, though.
He did want to, but Elizabethton's going to be in business. Now the question is, do they continue to throw the ball?
I think so. I mean, it worked on that third down. They were able to get behind the defense there on that one play with Parker Hughes going 72 yards for the touchdown. But the one thing is for Greeneville, if they know you're just going to throw the ball, those defensive ends can really pin back and just go after the passer. And Carter Everett's not the most mobile quarterback.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and he's got a good arm, but he's not going to be the fastest guy. Here we go with about 9 seconds left in the play clock. Carter Everett taking the snap from the shotgun. He's got a receiver over the middle. It is complete to that receiver as the Betsy offensive wide receiver Evan Perkins makes that catch.
And Elizabethton, they're kind of the opposite of Greeneville. They are spreading out and they're throwing the ball, trying to get their receivers one-on-one in space and trusting they'll beat their man.
Everett got the Green Devils to jump, it looks like. You know, when we were talking with Sean Witten for the pregame show, he mentioned why so many high schools are going to the spread, because you can utilize quicker, shorter players that normally, you know, can't transition to the next level, but in high school they can be very effective. It's a lot easier to find little fast guys than big old linemen. So that's why a lot of folks are going to this spread formation. And Carter Everett does it better than most. The big quarterback for Elizabethton running the option this time. He'll pitch it out to his running back, who makes a good cut there as we try to get him there. Running back number 10, Bryson Rollins, seeing some of his first action, taking that pitch.
And Rollins is a freshman. He is the future at Elizabethton. They really believe this kid can be very special.
So Elizabethton did get enough for the first down. Again, deep in their own territory, trying to march it out. And they have somewhat slowed it down now, Casey. Before they were speeding it up, but now it seems like they're being a little more deliberate.
This is a pivotal drive for Elizabethton. They really can't afford to fall behind by more than 2 touchdowns.
Carter Everett over the middle. He's got a man open. And oh, what a hit that it was. Oh, my goodness. Number 21, Cameron Height, came in and just unloaded on him. And now they've thrown a flag.
Yeah, they threw a flag on that play there. Cameron Height.
That was Evan Perkins.
Yeah, let's take another look at this one here. Sean Witten said that was helmet to helmet. Perkins knew he's going to take a hit.
Oh, my goodness, what a hit.
And they're going to add 15 yards onto that for a personal foul on Cameron Height. I don't see many hits like that in high school football. That was...
Oh, that was 2 trucks colliding. My goodness, I'm glad he walked off, though. The wide receiver did walk off, so that's a good sign. So Elizabethton finally gets a penalty in their favor. They've had a couple of personal fouls that really led to Greeneville scores, at least set them up. And now Elizabethton's on the move thanks to that personal foul. Everett with a straight drop back. He's going to throw deep, little corner play. And again, that's Corey Russell, the man that does it all. He's thrown out of bounds by the Devil defense.
If you get Corey Russell one-on-one, it's nearly impossible to keep him in front of you and contain him. So that's an easy pitch and catch. Elizabethton will take that all day if Corey Russell has that much move here. Just watch what he can do here. And Corey Russell, tremendous player. He's so versatile. There's no other high school player like him in the Northeast Tennessee.
The thing about him, he's just as good at quarterback. He's just as good as running back. He's good at all three things, and he's a good defensive player. I hope some college coaches are watching this game and give this kid a chance next year, because I think there's a place for him somewhere. Carter Everett has it on the move. First down. He looks to the left. He'll throw over the middle. He's got a man wide open, and it's off the hands of number 15, the wide receiver for the Betsy Cyclones. And
Ty Smith.
Ty Smith could not pull that one down.
Yeah, that was a little bit high throw there. Good job by the Elizabethton offensive line. They gave Everett some time there, and just a little bit too high there for Ty Smith.
So Elizabethton, second down and long. Everett from the shotgun, looks left, throws left. He has a completion out to the corner and a broken tackle there. Good play as it's Perkins again getting open. That was Perkins that got clobbered a minute ago, and he's back in the game.
Yeah, great to see him back in the game after that big hit he took a couple plays ago. The three-step drop there by Carter Everett. Get the ball out of your hands quickly. Don't allow that Greeneville defensive front to get to you. Great play calling there. Quick decisions.
So Everett looks over to Sean Witten. Okay, coach, I got us a first down. Now what do you want to do? We all want to score a touchdown. I'm sure that's the play they want to put in, but this is the best RI they've had since the long touchdown pass.
And now they're going to catch their breath a little bit, let that clock run a little bit. We're under 5.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Everett will drop back. He'll throw, and he's got Corey Russell over the middle. Russell fumbles the ball. And now the Cyclones are back on it, I think. Oh, my goodness. That was just it was a crazy play. Russell got clobbered. Ball popped out. But somebody jumped on it. We'll try to get a number on it.
I think that was Ty Smith, again, who recovered the fumble. We'll see if we can get another.
If we have a replay, we'll cue that up for you, because that was quite a play.
All right, let's take a look here.
Again really quick.
Corey Russell fighting for extra yards here after the catch. Greeneville does a good job of going for the ball. That was Will Albright who
ripped it out.
And then Ty Smith, number 15, fell on it and saved a huge possession for Elizabethton.
Saved the day. Now the Cyclones going to have to button up, because they are getting knocked around in that defensive backfield. Everett leading the Cyclones down. He'll drop back. He'll get mauled. He's hit in the head, and then he's sacked by a host of Devils. My goodness, what a pass rush. They came after him that time.
And his helmet came off. There is a penalty flag on the field. I think that could be either be holding on the offense, or it could be
the helmet.
Yeah, it could be a personal foul for the helmet on defense.
It looks like they're calling it against Greeneville, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
So Carter Everett, we talked about the size. He's like close to 6'6". When we were in the locker room, I was surprised how tall he was, but that comes into his play there as the defender reached for him. He's just so big, he whacked it in the head. We've got a replay brought to you by Tusculum University.
Yeah, Carter Everett gets taken down and grabbed by the face mask right there. So now
that's what
Corey Russell in at quarterback for Elizabethton.
There's been a change, and Russell is going to scramble around. He's going out to the left. He'll throw it up, and he's thrown a touchdown pass.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
There is a penalty flag, but I think, again, that was Ty Smith out there in the flat. So you put Corey Russell in, you think, okay, he's going to run the ball, and he comes out throwing.
Yeah, well, Carter Everett had to leave because his helmet came off, but Corey Russell's a good backup to have. Now we'll see what this penalty is here. It was thrown by the back judge kind of away from the play. So they're having a huddle here. Elizabethton appears to be clapping.
See, we're still waiting for the official to make the call.
It's going to be a touchdown.
Yep, Cyclones fans are cheering, so they must have, there we go, it was defensive holding, so the touchdown will stand, and the Cyclones are back in the game. It's 21-13 with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go before halftime.
All right, that's a great response by Elizabethton. Down 2 scores. They go 80 yards, 9 plays, just under 4 minutes off the clock. They really needed that.
Jackson Holly on the field, number 4, will try to put it through the uprights. And it's blocked. It's blocked by the Green Devils. And that's all she wrote. It's not college where you can pick it up and run it in. So 21-13, we've got a replay on that touchdown. Let's look at it again.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is the blocked extra point right here to see if we can get that touchdown from the play before. Here we go. Here's Corey Russell. I guess we're not going to show the replay. But
I guess we're.
All right, that's a great response by Elizabethton. They were down 2 touchdowns. If Greeneville got the ball back and was able to score, that would have been could have been the end of the game here. But a great response by Elizabethton. Of course, the extra point gets blocked, so it's 21-13.
I think it was Cameron Height had a hand in that block. So he's been all over the field tonight. And Sean Witten talked about how good he thought he was as a safety. You know, he's being recruited as a tight end wide receiver, but the kid can play both positions pretty well.
He can. I mean, that hit he delivered. I mean, he got flagged for it. A high hit there against Evan Perkins. But now, okay, you want to set up. You got 4:17 left. Greeneville, they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So in their dream scenario here, they take this ball down. They have not been stopped yet. They've had the ball 3 times, 3 touchdowns. If they could score here, no time left or very little time in this quarter, get the ball again, that could be a big pivotal point in the game. It looked like there's a penalty after the play here.
They are moving it up.
Yeah, they're going to kick off from the 45-yard line here of Greeneville.
Maybe they put the holding penalty that was in the end zone on the kickoff since they ruled the touchdown good. So it'll be Jackson Hawley that should boot this away. Again, as Casey reminds you, if it goes in the end zone, you can't return it. And Greeneville doesn't have anybody back in the end zone because they can't return it.
Yeah, I mean, now you wonder if you're Elizabethton here, do you try some sort of weird onside kick or a little pooch kick or something to try and steal possession?
Sean Witten said everything is on the table, but no, he's going to boot this one away. And yeah, he boots it out of the end zone. So Greeneville will take it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 21-13 with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go.
Can the Elizabethton defense get a stop? So far, they haven't been able to get one. You know, they're in uncharted territory here defensively. They haven't played an offense anywhere close to this all season. What kind of adjustments will they make here defensively?
We think we do have the replay. We're going to try to run that in here just to show you Corey Russell running out and throwing. And just a really great pass.
Yeah, it was a great play. That was actually Evan Perkins that scored the touchdown for Elizabethton.
So Dorian Goddard down the left side. Oh, big hit by the Cyclones, but Goddard does not go down. He's finally pushed out, and there's flags on the play. That's going to be a little bit of extracurricular activity as they were pushed out of bounds. Yeah, this is what's killing Elizabethton, these personal penalty fouls.
Yeah, there have been a lot of personal fouls. Both sides have been penalized quite a bit. But that should be another 15 free yards for Greeneville. A lot of yellow on the field so far tonight. It has been a heavily penalized game.
Well, both these teams, let's face it, there's no love lost. They both want to stay undefeated. Everybody knows this is a big game, so it's going to be very emotional. There's nothing dirty about this play. It's just emotion coming out tonight. Both teams playing a hard-hitting game, and you're going to get some personal fouls. That's just the way it is. That's what football's all about, you know, showing it out on the field. So.
Yeah, but when you're an underdog like Elizabethton, you can't have those penalties and give the favorite team an extra 15 yards. You have to be smarter, contain the emotions from whistle to whistle, that you cannot give away free yards to Greeneville.
So Cade Ballard will get great field position. He's got 3 receivers to the right. Ballard back in the shotgun as usual. And it's Youngblood. He fakes to him. Ballard takes his time, cuts to the right, and he's chased down from behind. A good tackle there by the Cyclone defense. That was number 20, Kilroy Hill, who has been on a ton of tackles tonight.
You know, that was a great job by Elizabethton's defense there to stay in their lane. When Ballard cut back, Hill was there waiting for him. They didn't over pursue. A great play there by the Elizabethton defense.
So it'll be 2nd down and long for the Green Devils, which is something they're not accustomed to. They've been ripping off 5-7-yard gains all night long. So it's a good stand so far by the Elizabethton Cyclones. Again, Ballard in the backfield. He's got Gillespie beside him. Ballard with a deep drop. He's taking his time. He's going to outrun the defense. He's got a lane down the left side. He'll be hit hard. And I do believe he'll have the first down, though. He had just enough momentum to get it. Great tackle there by the Cyclones. Yeah, that was Zach Hartley on the tackle.
We have a player down on the field for Elizabethton.
We'll try to get a number on that. We can't quite see from the press box. But here comes the Elizabethton trainers out to check him out.
Yeah, let's take another look at that one. Now a flag has been thrown. I think that's against Elizabethton's coaching staff for arguing. They were not happy All right, let's take another look at this replay here. Greeneville is trying to set up a screen here, but it was not developing, so Ballard took off and ran then away from the play.
Yeah, there was nothing on that. That was a great tackle. Good run by Ballard. A good clean tackle. Something happened away from the play there. And as you said, Elizabethton Cyclones coaches came out and weren't happy with that call, and now I think there's going to be an additional penalty.
Yeah, I think what they saw, what I saw, it looked like to me that Greeneville, one of their linemen was on top of that Elizabethton player, almost pounding him into the ground. And so I think Elizabethton's coaching staff was not happy. The player now appears to be sitting up, so that is certainly good news. Sean Witten and his staff arguing that there should have been a penalty there.
And that player looks like number 20. That's our man, Kilroy Hill, that has been on so many tackles tonight. Let's hope he's going to be okay. He looks like he's a little wobbly as he walks off the field. He's had a terrific ball game for Elizabethton, made a ton of tackles.
Now
they did call it
the offsetting personal fouls. Yeah.
Personal fouls. So that's probably the best way that could have ended for both teams. The result of the play, though, was a first down, and again, it was Ballard doing it just with his feet. Takes his time. He never panics back there. There was no screen, as you said. Elizabethton read the screen, so he just simply let the defense make a move. He stepped aside and zipped down the sidelines.
Yeah, we got 3:16 and counting left here in the first half. Greeneville up 21-13 on the move, trying to add another touchdown.
Ballard will hand it off to Youngblood, who's got a hole, and Youngblood spins, goes up the middle, breaks 2 tackles. He'll fall down on the 5-yard line. What a run by Youngblood.
Yeah, 32 yards by Ty Youngblood. What a play. Very agile, staying on his feet, and that's a 1st and goal now for the Green Devils.
It was Drew Broom that came from out of nowhere to run him down. Here's your replay brought to you by Tusculum University. Look at Youngblood spin and go right through the defense. I thought he was going to score, but again, it was a shoestring tackle by Broom that sweeps him down.
Great job there by Ty Youngblood. He came into this game with just 20 carries, but he had 5 touchdowns, so 1 every 4 carries. He was finding the end zone entering tonight's game.
He has opened some eyes tonight if there are college scouts out there, because this kid can certainly play. Not only is he tough, he's fast.
Greeneville in no hurry with the play clock now down to 4 seconds. They're going to have to pick up and get this play off in a hurry.
He's going to have to snap it now, and they do. It'll be a handoff to Youngblood up the middle, but now there's a whistle.
There's a penalty.
Looks like a motion penalty against Greeneville.
Yeah, Greeneville kind of took their time on that play right there and then had to rush at the end and had a little movement early, so they'll have to back up 5 yards.
We got a great ball game, folks. It's 21-13, 2 minutes and 28 seconds and ticking as Elizabethton trails the state champion, defending state champions, the Greeneville Devils here at Early Stadium.
Greeneville has a 22-game winning streak on the line. Their last loss was in the playoffs back in the 2016 season. They lost to Knox Central right here in the 2nd round.
So Ballard again deep out of the shotgun. He'll just throw it up left. It's Goddard. Goddard is met by the defense and thrown down at the 5.
Yeah, good job there by Elizabethton to get to Goddard. That play's worked really well for Greeneville so far tonight, but that time Elizabethton able to keep him out of the end zone.
We talked about Goddard. He's 6'3", 220 pounds. He looks the part, doesn't he?
He certainly does, and Bronco Mendenhall at the University of Virginia will be certainly happy when he signs on the dotted line in a couple months, and we'll see him in Charlottesville for the next 4 to 5 years.
So here we go. Big play for Greeneville, 3rd down. Cade Ballard looking it over, looks at his dad. He gets the call. He'll step back in the shotgun, taking their time. It's another handoff fake to Youngblood. It's Ballard spinning out left, and he's met by a host of Cyclones, including Corey Russell, who just cut him off and threw him down.
All right, so now what we talked about when Greeneville got this ball with 4:17 left is that their ideal situation would be to score with pretty much no time left. Well, they're in that position as we hit 1 minute left in the first half, but now it's 3rd down, so Greeneville, they need to find the end zone on this play, or otherwise Elizabethton's going to consider this a win.
Certainly.
3rd and goal from the 7.
This could be the biggest play of the game so far. Under center this time. It's Ballard. And again, with their timeout, Oh, Sean Witten's on the field. It looks like he did get the timeout in. So Elizabethton saw something they certainly did not like.
What I saw was Dorian Goddard was lined up at tight end on that play, and 3rd and goal from the 7, you wondered if they were going to fake the run.
Well, we've got a terrific ball game. It's 39 seconds left, 21-13, Casey, and I think you may have hit on something there. What'd you see?
Dorian Goddard was lined up at tight end for Greeneville, and you wonder, since it was 3rd and goal from the 7, you don't think they're going to run the ball. So you wonder if they had a play action to Goddard, and Sean Witten saw that, wanted to call a timeout and make sure you keep your eyes on number 11, guys.
Because we talked about how important this play is. As we said, 21-13, it's all coming down to this possession by Greeneville.
It really is. I mean, if Elizabethton can keep Greeneville out of the end zone on 3rd down, make them try and kick a field goal, that would be a huge win for the Cyclone defense here.
So Greeneville has apparently gotten a new play because we're coming out in a different formation. This time, Ballard back in his usual spot.
Now Sean Witten called another timeout.
Out of the shotgun, and yet another timeout here as Ballard comes back. So this is coming down to a battle between two of the best coaches in Upper East Tennessee. Sean Witten in his 12th year at Elizabethton. He's won a lot of ball games, but he hasn't beaten Greeneville a lot.
No, he really, they haven't played a lot. I mean, for several years, they were in different classifications. But again, this is like a chess match, really, basically what we're watching right now. Elizabethton sees Greeneville in a tight formation, call a timeout. Now Greeneville comes back out, spreads it out, 4 wide receivers. Elizabethton calls another timeout. Well, they're out of timeouts now, so they're going to have to come up with something, and Greeneville's going to run this play here on 3rd down.
Now the question is, does Greeneville come out and run the play they were going to run?
It's going to be interesting,
or they go back to the original.
They could go back to the original. They could go do a 3rd play here. We're going to have to see what Cade Ballard comes up with, but he has something, and we haven't seen Cameron Height on offense either. He's in the game now, number 21. You got Will Albright, 26 for Greeneville. Looks like they're going to go 4 wide receivers here, and Youngblood in the backfield with Ballard.
We love our game night sponsors, by the way, Champion Chevrolet and Food City. We appreciate all our sponsors bringing you this game live on Fox Tri-Cities. Ballard back in the shotgun. He looks to the right. He'll go up the left side. Now back through the middle as he falls just into the end zone, and he does score a touchdown with 32 seconds left.
There is a penalty on the play. That might be in the area of offensive holding. I think that play's going to be coming back.
It did look like when Ballard hesitated that the lineman may have grabbed someone. If we've got a replay, we'll try to get that queued up for you.
And that is indeed the call, holding on Greeneville. So that takes the touchdown off the board. Let's take another look here.
Oh, right there he was. It looked like 55 was being held there by the Greeneville offensive lineman.
Yeah, anytime you see a flag fly in the middle of the field, chances are it's going to be holding. Now they're going to have the clock running now. It's under 20 seconds left, Greeneville.
Yep, this could be the last play of the half. Ballard, again, 3rd down and long. And he's going to be throwing the ball. He's got plenty of time. No rush from the Cyclones. Now finally some rush. Ballard's going to throw it up to the left corner. Goddard's out there.
Incomplete. That's the end of the first half.
Yeah, that's out of bounds. That is the end of the first half. It is 21-13. This game living up to the hype. 2 great teams going head-to-head as we head to halftime. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
For the first time ever at Grand Home Furnishings, save 50% on all Lazy Boy and Cade furniture. Plus, get 2 years no interest. So if you want to relax, enjoy a family meal, or sleep in style, get the best for 50% less, only at Grand.
At Johnson City Toyota, we discount every vehicle every day. But for Toyota Truck Month, in addition to your huge discounts, you get cashback rebates too. RAV4, Tacoma, Highlander, and yes, even 4Runner all have huge savings available. Save over $5,000 on Tundra, drive a Tacoma for $354 a month with 0 down, or drive a RAV4 for as little as $185 a month. Hey, deals like these are why Johnson City Toyota's the #1 Toyota dealership in East Tennessee.
At Brooks Malone, we offer exceptional service in landscaping, pools, and design. Our goal is to create a fun, relaxing place for your family and children so they never have to leave home. Save money, skip the stress of travel, and enjoy your summer at home. We offer a lifetime warranty on all of our pools, whether it's fiberglass or vinyl liner, and top-of-the-line energy savings equipment. At Brooks & Malone, our team is thoroughly committed to your satisfaction. There's nothing more important to us. This is Holly at Brooks & Malone. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Savings up to $13,500 on our massive inventory of over 100 Silverados. 18 Silverado LTZ Crew Cab, $13,500 off. 18 Silverado All-Star Crew Cab, $12,000 off. 18 Trax, 22% off. 19 Equinox, 20% off. Check out all our savings online, and don't forget Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Soldier, it seems to me that you have a chip on your shoulder.
Yes, sir. The chipped ham sandwich from Pal, sir.
You back-talking me, son?
No, sir. It's got thinly sliced, 96% fat-free ham, mayo, fresh lettuce, and crispy pickles, sir.
Oh, yeah? Drop and give me 50.
Sir, I only have one, sir.
You don't even have that now.
The chipped ham sandwich, available only at Pal Sudden Service. Great food in a flash.
'Cause I took it.
Introducing the new Beauty Rest Black Special Edition, featuring advanced memory foams for individualized comfort and a cool, conforming feel. You'll find it exclusively at Grand.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by JD Metals.
Welcome back to Burley Stadium, everyone. Our Sky 5 drone brought to you by Food City, showing you some of the bands getting ready to perform. Our halftime show brought to you by JD Metals, linking quality and service. We appreciate them for coming on board. Casey, what an interesting first half. As expected, Greeneville's offense was clicking right along. Was not expected that Elizabethton hitting on the big play a couple of times.
Yeah, that Parker used 72-yard touchdown pass there in the first quarter was the first big spark for Elizabethton, of course. And Greeneville, they were 3 for 3, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. But at the end of the half there, they weren't able to score. They got in the red zone. That holding penalty took a touchdown off the board. And then the final play of the half, they threw a pass into the end zone. So Elizabethton down 21-13 at halftime. They have to love the position they're in right now.
And I think you hit on it, the key play, because if Greeneville had scored, then they have a pretty sizable lead. It would be tough for the Cyclones to come back, but they're now right back in it.
And Greeneville's going to get the ball to start the second half. So if they would have scored to make it 28-13, potentially could be 35-13, and the game's pretty much over at that point. But now, so if Elizabethton comes out in the second half, they're going to be fired up, ready to go.
All right. We've got our crew getting our highlights together and our stats together, so it's time for a break, and we're going to do that. You're watching High School Football live on News 5.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Grindstaff Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get 0% for 72 months on a 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude. Save up to $12,000 on a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn during Ram Power Days. If your truck doesn't say Grindstaff on the back, you paid too much.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve with home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
In Greeneville, talk to State Farm agent Lisa Crum.
Everhart Transportation, Inc. is looking for good, safe drivers. If you want to make great money, if you want more home time, if you want to be a name, part of a family, and not a number, call 423-783-9900. Check out the ETI rigs on YouTube.
Call Leo's Pest Control today.
There's 2 ways you can schedule an appointment with Precision Electrical. You can call 423-245-7179 or online at precisionelectricalco.com.
Everyone's personal electrician.
Welcome to Valley Forge Wholesale, where we have something for everyone.
Whether you need daily cleaning supplies and food products or looking for a unique specialty gift, Valley Forge Wholesale has you covered. New merchandise arrives weekly, So make sure you check us out frequently to see what's new. If you see it today, you better grab it, because it may not be here tomorrow. Shop us often so you don't miss out.
New merchandise at wholesale prices. You gotta come see for yourself.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Greeneville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get 0% for 72 months on a 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude. Save up to $12,000 on a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn during Ram Power Days. If your truck doesn't say Greeneville on the back, you paid too much.
The Sky 5 drone bringing the sights and sounds of Burley Stadium as the bands are performing right now, as the football teams are getting rested up for what was a whale of a first half. Chance Scott is with his auto group, and he's one of our sponsors tonight. Chance was very nice enough to sponsor us during our first football game we did a few weeks ago. He liked it so much he came back for this one. But people should know you're a huge sports fan.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're just happy to be here in Greeneville. What a game! 2 undefeated teams out here in Greeneville going head to head. I mean, it couldn't be more exciting than this.
And we were talking about some of those hits, big time hits out there.
But I was sitting on the sideline. I got goosebumps down there. It's a little cold outside, so I know they felt that one. But what a hit!
You know, not only are folks watching at home in the Tri-Cities, a lot of them are on Facebook, because that's the world we live in, and that's the way you decide to go with your sponsorship. Tell us about the reaction you've gotten from that.
I mean, it's been tremendous, and this is done so professional. When it's almost like watching a Monday night football game out here, and you and Casey are doing a great job as it is. But the drone shots, and it's just so exciting. The first game was Science Hill, obviously, in DB. Couldn't have picked a better game, but now we've got Greeneville and Elizabethton, and I tell you what, Elizabethton showed up and played today.
Oh, they certainly did, and we knew they would. Now, everybody knows you for Chance Scott Kia and your cute little commercials with that beautiful little girl. But now you're expanding the empire, aren't you? Talk about it just really briefly.
We're happy to be here in Greeneville. We've got Chance Scott, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Here in Greeneville, we got a large selection of pre-owned vehicles. So it was a market we wanted to get into for a while, and the opportunity came up. So we took the opportunity and got on board.
And remember, when you have a golf tournament, Casey and I are always available.
Absolutely. You got to play on my team, though. I'm going to need all the help I can get.
All right. Chad, it's always great to see you.
You too, PJ.
And thanks for sponsoring our Facebook Live tonight.
Absolutely. You guys do a great job.
You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
The Davy Crockett TA Travel Center in Baileyton is proud to support the Greeneville Green Devils. Davy Crockett is a locally owned business since 1976, and we're pleased to announce many new offerings for the customers we serve, including a 200-seat full-service IHOP open 24/7, a Papa John's with local delivery, and a Dunkin' Donuts Express. From cellular merchandise and groceries to a chrome shop with lots of truck accessories, Davy Crockett has something for everyone. Come see us at the David Crockett TA Travel Center in Baileyton. Go Green Devils!
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. You know what, folks? When you throw Bach and Bernard in the mix, it doesn't get any better than that. How about making a short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where you can save up to $14,000 on 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LTZ pickups right now. That's right, save up to $14,000. And you can save up to $14,000 on select LT trucks in Crew Cab also. Make the short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where, as always, I'm going to save you money.
At Alexander and Reeves Disability Group, we understand that there are many pieces that need to fit when applying for Social Security disability. Each piece is a crucial part of your case, and with over 25 years' experience in dealing with Social Security disability, we have the knowledge and resources to help you with each piece. The process is complicated, and we want to help you every step of the way, from filing your application to the final decision. Call Alexander and Reeves Disability Group today, and let us help you put the pieces together.
Everhart Transportation Incorporated has been supporting the Green Devils for years, and they say go Devils. And when your transportation needs to go, call Everhart Transportation Incorporated at 800-701-7159. Go Devils!
Looking for your next vehicle? ECU has great rates and no payments for 90 days.
I would never go anywhere else for an auto loan.
Get pre-approved and start shopping today.
It's great to know that I can apply online for a loan.
ECU made applying for my auto loan so easy.
Move all your loans to ECU and you can't go wrong.
Now I'm driving a brand new 3/4 ton truck thanks to Eastman Credit.
ECU can save you money on your auto loan. And that's what it means to have ECU beside you. Like 90 days? I'm gonna wait till after Christmas.
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
It's halftime at Burley Stadium. This halftime show brought to you by JD Metals, linking quality and service. And boy, what a first half we had. In case you've got the highlights.
Yeah, let's take a look at the first half highlights here. We'll start off with this touchdown here by Cade Ballard to get the scoring started for Greeneville. That made it 7-0. Elizabethton answered. It was 3rd and long. Carter Everett went up top. He found Parker Hughes behind the defense, and then Hughes not only made the catch, PJ, spun out of a tackle.
Look at this spin.
It goes down as a 72-yard touchdown. That tied the game at 7. Again, we were still in the first quarter here.
I think that shocked Greeneville.
It definitely shocked us. And Greeneville, they got the ball back, and once again, it was Ballard using his running backs behind him to push him into the end zone for a short touchdown. That made it 14-7 Greeneville. Then the Green Devils defense, they came up with a play here. Carter Everett threw just his 2nd interception of the season. This was Jordan Gillespie coming down with the interception, giving Greeneville good field position, and they would turn that turnover into points. And again, it was who else but Ballard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half. That made it 21-7, but then Elizabethton did a great job rallying. Here is Corey Russell playing quarterback, and he finds Evan Perkins for the 6-yard touchdown. The extra point was blocked, so that sets us up to 21-13 Greeneville at halftime.
So what are we going to see in the second half?
Well, Greeneville's going to get the ball first here. Offensively, they move the ball great, running the ball. I wonder, though, if they're going to continue to run the ball at Elizabethton, try and wear them down, or they take some shots deep now.
You have to wonder, are they going to take some shots? We've got more statistics to come, so stay with us. You're watching High School Football live on News 5.
What can you find? Places to unwind, places you can share, and places just to, well, stand and stare. Maybe it's time for you to visit a very special place called Hana.
Three Arrows Property Development is a multifaceted construction and design firm. Our services include residential and commercial construction, rental properties, custom design services, and self-storage facilities. Whether you need a rental home or want to build the house of your dreams, Three Arrows is unmatched in experience, resources, and skills. We have new homes in the Tri-Cities starting at just $129.9. And if you need temporary housing or storage for personal belongings, we handle that too. Log on to 3arrowsproperties.com to learn more.
Soldier, it seems to me that you have a chip on your shoulder.
Yes, sir. The chipped ham sandwich from Pal's, sir.
You back-talking me, son?
No, sir. It's got thinly sliced, 96% fat-free ham, mayo, fresh lettuce, and crispy pickles, sir.
Oh, yeah? Drop and give me 50.
Sir, I only have one, sir.
You don't even have that now.
The chipped ham sandwich, available only at Pal's Sudden Service. Great food in a flash.
'Cause I took it!
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
Dreaming of that magical vacation? The pros at Treadway Travel Company in Elizabethton are waiting to make all of your vacation dreams come true. We do all the work. All you have to do is show up and have fun. Treadway Travel Company. You dream, we plan, you relax.
You wake up when the sun does. We know it's not an easy gig. It takes a special kind of person to do this job. At Landair, we believe drive is a sign of character, not a job description. Landair.
What can you find? Places to unwind, places you can share, and places just to, well, stand and stare. Maybe it's time for you to visit a very special place called Hana.
It's halftime in Greeneville. Our halftime show is sponsored by JD Metals, linking quality and service. Now, I have a terrific story to tell you. You see all those cars lined up at the end zone? That's not by chance. Those are folks that pay to have those special spots. And the only way to get those spots is for someone to die. That's how competitive those spots are. Those folks have owned those spots for years. Usually they hand them down. The only time you can get one, someone dies or maybe someone gets a divorce. I think it's $250 a year, but it's a great parking spot.
I guess it's fitting when you say someone has to die, and that is a graveyard back there.
It is a graveyard on the other side, you're right. And look at that crowd, Casey. Oh my goodness. Now we've got some stats to tell you about because we saw some fireworks in the first half.
Yeah, thanks, Jimmy Dent, for running these down for us here. First downs, Greeneville 16, Elizabethton 9. Total yards, 244 for Greeneville, 152 for Elizabethton. Here's one that sticks out to me. Rushing attempts, 24 for Greeneville for 156 yards. Elizabethton ran the ball 4 times in the first half for 21 yards. Both teams penalties. Greeneville had 8 penalties in the first half, 77 yards. Elizabethton had 4 for 50. Passing the ball, 12 of 18 was Elizabethton, 173 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Carter Everett had the interception. Corey Russell, the touchdown. Cade Ballard, 8 of 10 passing, 88 yards. Greeneville possession, 2-1 advantage, 16 minutes to 8. Defensively, Greeneville had 2 sacks, Elizabethton none.
Yeah, the difference in the ball game right now, I think, has been field position. Elizabethton committed 2 personal fouls that allowed Greeneville pretty good field position, and they were able to march down the field. And by marching down the field, they ate up the clock as well.
Yeah, that comes out by that 2-1 time of possession there in Greeneville. Now you wonder, will Elizabethton's defense be worn down? But the way that first half ended, I think that gave Elizabethton an extra jolt, and they're fired up going to that locker room down 8 points. If you would have told Sean Wynn before the game you could be down 8 at halftime, he would have taken that all day.
I think you're right about that. It all came down to that third down play where it appeared that Greeneville had scored, but they had a motion penalty and then
a holding
another
penalty. Yeah, a holding penalty, took a touchdown off the board, and then everybody after that, you know, was when it was an 8-point game. They had to go 3rd and goal from the 18. The clock was running. Ballard threw that pass in the end zone. So again, Elizabethton has to feel very good at where they're at now. Greeneville, their offense, you can say they really weren't stopped until they almost stopped themselves there with that penalty and the time ran out. So I think for Greeneville offensively, just do what you've been doing. But maybe I'd look to see them use the pass a little bit more.
See Greeneville slowly coming their way back onto the field after a pretty good while in the locker room. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in halftime. But, of course, the officials do give them a chance to warm up. Casey, why don't you explain that for our fans that don't go to games?
Yeah, usually they put 20 minutes on the clock, and then when it goes down, they'll put 3 minutes back on the clock for the teams to stretch. Elizabethton not out yet of the locker room. So going to be about 5 minutes or so probably until we get underway. But Greeneville's out on the field going through their stretches at halftime.
We appreciate all our viewers tonight, especially those that are checking in online and watching on our Facebook page. And we'll continue our coverage with more live high school football on News 5.
It's football time in Tennessee at Grindstaff Ford. Get a new Escape for $279 a month or a new F-150 4x4 for only $399 a month. We have new Fiestas for just $179 a month. Shop us 24/7 at grindstaffcars.com.
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, raised in the hills of a hickory tree, killed his first bug when he was only 3, and the last bug I saw said he's after me. Leo Carrier, king of the bug frontier.
It's Truck Month at Johnson City Ford, and you get our biggest discounts of the year. Save as much as $16,000 on a new F-150, save $10,000 on a new Explorer, or save up to $8,000 on an all-wheel drive Ford Escape. These deals are only at Johnson City Ford.
What can you find? Places to unwind, places you can share, and places just to, well, stand and stare. Maybe it's time for you to visit a very special place called I know.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. You know what, folks? When you throw Bach and Bernard in the mix, it doesn't get any better than that. How about making a short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where you can save up to $14,000 on 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LTZ pickups right now. That's right, save up to $14,000. And you can save up to $14,000 on select LT trucks in crew cab also. Make the short trip to Box Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where as always, I'm going to save you money.
Everhart Transportation, Inc. is looking for good, safe drivers. If you want to make great money, if you want more home time, if you want to be a name, part of a family, and not a number, call 423-783-9900. Check out the ETI rigs on YouTube.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Grindstaff Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get 0% for 72 months on a 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude. Save up to $12,000 on a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn during Ram Power Days. If your truck doesn't say Grindstaff on the back, you paid too much.
We are back at halftime of the big game between Greeneville and Elizabethton. The Cyclones just now taking the field, and they trail. Greeneville is staying the defending state champions 21-13 in what has been a well of a ball game so far. There's been a couple of surprises in this game. When Sean Witten told us in the pregame show that we're going to take some chances, we didn't realize it was meant every play.
I mean, 25 plays, I believe, in the first half. Elizabethton had 21 passes, four rushes. So, I mean, Elizabethton, they thought that was their best way to win this game. And he mentioned Corey Russell. The only time he played quarterback was when Carter Everett had his helmet knocked off. He had to leave the field. So Carter Everett has been making those quick, short passes, other than the one that went 72 yards to Parker Hughes. It's almost kind of like their version of the running game. Those quick three-step drops, get the ball out of your hand quickly, 4 or 5 yards of play. Elizabethton will take that all day.
You spent a lot of time with Cade Ballard. And as a coach, he's very precise. What do you think he told his kids at halftime?
I think offensively, he's just happy with how the game is going. I mean, they're not the big plays that you're used to, but obviously that's not the game plan because that's not what they're doing. Now, defensively, I want to see what adjustments they do to stop that Elizabethton passing attack because Carter Everett really had a time to throw and he was finding receivers open. I wonder if Greeneville's defensive backs will come up and play a little more press coverage and stop giving those 5-6 yard passes.
Are you surprised that Elizabethton hasn't put a so-called spy on Ballard because he runs so much from that quarterback position?
Not really, because it's hard to put a spy on him whenever, you know, he's getting a lead blocker. You know what's coming. I mean, Elizabethton knows he's going to run the ball, and it's been a three-headed monster with Ballard, Youngblood, and Gillespie running the ball. But I think Elizabethton's okay with that because Greeneville, they're using the clock. They're not scoring in 2-3 plays like they usually do.
You know, it's interesting. When we talked to Sean Whitney, he talked mostly about 2 players. He talked about how valuable Youngblood was, not only as a runner, but as a blocker out of that backfield. He says he's like another lineman. And he talked about how height was such a terrific safety there. And so far, both those guys have come up big. You're looking at our Sky 5 drone brought to you by Food City. It gives you some unbelievable shots from another universe almost, huh? We'd like to thank our pilots tonight. Ricky's out there, and I believe Caleb is helping him tonight. So you can see the drone just hovering over the lights here at Burley Stadium, which, by the way, is a beautiful facility. The folks in Greeneville really need to be proud of this place because it's a perfect showcase for a great high school football game, and we've got one. Number 1, Greeneville against number 3, Elizabethton, and it has lived up to the hype. We're almost ready for the second half, Casey. What do you expect?
Well, I expect Greeneville to answer. You know, they really haven't faced any adversity this season. This is by far their closest game at halftime. Previously to this game, their closest game was 2 touchdowns at halftime. So this is their closest game. We'll see. Now, if I'm Elizabethton, I think their defense can be fired up. They have a lot of momentum the way that first half ended. But Greeneville, they have the heart of a champion. They are a champion. They've been in big pressure games before. I expect Greeneville to respond here with an opening drive touchdown.
Now, at some point tonight, we will name a play of the game brought to you by the Grindstaff Automotive Group, grindstaffcars.com. Steve Grindstaff of Elizabethton, a big supporter of the Cyclones, of course. And Steve, of course, played a little football himself back in the day at ETSU. So we appreciate your help, Steve Grindstaff, for our play of the game. That'll be coming later after the conclusion of this terrific ball game. So let's wind it up and get ready as the Betsy boys kick it off. And that is a deep kick there by Jackson Holly. And we're off and running. Again, the return by the Green Devils up the middle to about, just over the 35-yard line.
That was Garen Shuffler there for Greeneville. again, he doesn't get a lot of work returning kicks because, most opponents don't score on Greeneville, so he doesn't have a lot of returns on the season, but he handles the kickoff returns for Greeneville.
He's come up with a personal high tonight, hasn't he? So we're going to take it up. First down. Cade Ballard back in the shotgun. Looks over that Betsy defense. What adjustments has Betsy made? A little screen out to Goddard. He gets a block. He gets down to about the 46-yard line. He's taken down hard by that Betsy defense. And again, on that tackle there is Kilroy Hill, who had so many tackles in the first half, then got knocked out of the game, and now he's back again.
Yeah, good to see Hill back in the game. And again, that's a play we saw from Greeneville in the first half. Quick screen to Goddard with Albright and Height blocking in front of him. Picks up 8 yards on the play.
Again, we're going to welcome all our viewers from Facebook tonight enjoying this game online as well as over the air on Fox Tri-Cities. Ballard back on the 40-yard line, takes a snap, hands off to Youngblood up the middle, and he'll have the first down. Youngblood is a load.
He sure is. Needed 2 yards. He got that and a couple more on the play. Now 2 plays. Greeneville's already in Elizabethton territory after that nice kick return there by Garen Shuffler. Referee's calling for a stoppage here.
Seem to be pointing at something. I'm not sure what they're pointing at. Official timeout until they get something sorted out here.
I think one of the cars in the graveyard over there has their lights on.
That's exactly what it was.
Car lights. There you go. There you see them. They're a great job by our camera crew right there to show you those lights there and that need to be turned off in the player's eyes.
At first I thought they were yelling at one of our cameramen. Maybe Tim had done something wrong down there on that lift. Now Tim's on the other side.
Yeah, he's down over there.
That's our good buddy Brent Treesh helping us out tonight down on the lift in the end zone. So they still haven't gotten the lights out. They're waiting. I don't know if somebody's alarm went off and the lights came on or what.
That might be a way to lose your privileges. Parking over there, you leave your lights on.
Yeah.
All right, lights have been turned off. We're good to go.
All right, we're back in action here. Greeneville's got a first down. They're at midfield. And Ballard's got the play now as he's ready to call it out. Again, starting from the shotgun as he has for most of the night. A couple of times he's gone under center when he's run the ball. 3 receivers to the left. Package deal. He'll hand it to Youngblood up the middle. Big hole. Youngblood blasts his way to another first down. Oh, my goodness, another collision by Youngblood.
Wow, what a run there by Ty Youngblood. He ran over Parker Hughes in the secondary. Yeah, let's see.
Looks like Broom was in on it as well. Look at this kid. Great angle here. Up the gut. Youngblood. Bam! See ya, Parker Hughes. Wow.
Wow, what a run there by Ty Youngblood. And there's another first down for Greeneville.
You got to know if Youngblood's coming at you, those defensive backs are going to take a lick. So Ballard has his team again on the move. Cade Ballard's done just about everything tonight. He'll hand it again to Youngblood. This time he's stopped by a host of Cyclones.
Greeneville content with getting a couple of yards here.
You know, we speculated at halftime they might take a shot, but so far it's the same formula of success.
Yeah, it's worked for them, so they're going to keep on doing it.
So Ballard's back on his own 40, it looks like, on actually the Cyclone 40. He'll throw a screen out to left. That's got Albright out there. Gets a block down the sidelines, and there he goes. That's Height, I should say. Cameron Height taking a little wing-back pass. And
wow.
He is a big man that can move. Cameron Height down the sidelines.
In for the touchdown. What a play right there for Greeneville. That was just a little, you thought about
screen.
A 4 or 5 yard play there. Cameron Height turning on the Jets. That's his first catch of the game and a big one for a Greeneville touchdown.
So we talked about Cameron Height before, how he was signed as a wide receiver, but we talked to his dad tonight, and everyone agrees they're eventually going to move him to tight end in college.
Yeah, he's committed to Wake Forest, so another one of the Division I talent there for Greeneville, and that was a stunning play right there for the touchdown, 34 yards. That's 72 yards, 5 plays for Greeneville, and a touchdown.
Yep, it's 28-13. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
Toyota Truck Month is on at Johnson City Toyota, where in addition to big discounts, you get huge rebates too. Save over $5,000 on Tundra, drive a Tacoma for $354 a month with 0 down, or RAV4 for $185 a month. Shop JohnsonCityToyota.com.
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
Our scoreboard tonight brought to you by HMG, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your health partner for life. And what a score we have. It's 28-13. The Green Devils made a big move thanks to number 21, Cameron Height, who took a little bubble screen down the left side all the way to pay dirt, and that's the difference so far.
Yeah, that's a 4th touchdown for Greeneville in 5 possessions. That replay brought to you by Tusculum University, established in 1794.
So we'll tee it up here. CJ will again with another kickoff, and so far he's been a weapon for Greeneville because Elizabethton's not had a chance to return a few of these kicks because he can pound them into the end zone. CJ Jones, a former soccer player, never played football until this year, and boy, are the folks in Greeneville glad he decided, you know what, I can kick that little football a long way. And he has kicked this one a long way, just into the end zone. So Betsy is going to take it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
All right, so now it's time for Elizabethton to respond. Again, they've never trailed by more than the 2 touchdowns here. They've answered when they've needed to. They did that the last time they were down 2 scores. They need to do it again here because if it gets any more separation, if Greeneville gets any more separation, there's probably not going to be ball game.
Yeah, they're eventually just going to run out of time. They can't get too far behind, 2 touchdowns behind now. So as Casey mentioned, this could be one of the key drives for the Cyclones. Their tall quarterback, Carter Everett, back in the shotgun. He'll take the snap and whip that ball out into the defense. Or it looks like Corey Russell did snare that just off the turf. What a catch by number 5.
Yeah, Corey Russell going down to the ground there and seeing the ball in. Nice gain on 1st down for Elizabethton, and you figure they may pick it up a little bit here. I mean, it's still, early in the 3rd quarter, but they may pick up the tempo a little bit.
Coach Ballard had so much respect for Corey Russell. He said, what an athlete, what a competitor. That's what they like about it. He competes on every play. Looks like Greeneville just jumped off sides.
Yeah, and he mentioned, Corey Russell. He said him and Cade are the same age, going back to 7th grade when Corey Russell was at T.A. Duggar, and they've been going at it now about 6 years now.
Yeah, he said they know each other so well just because they've played like so many times over the years. That is a great story, how they kind of grew up competing against each other, and here they are on the biggest stage in Tennessee on this Friday night, number 1 against number 3.
That offsides gave Elizabethton a 1st down.
Carter Everett throwing it out. A dangerous pass, almost intercepted there. Again, that was Parker Hughes, but it was Jordan Gillespie that nearly snared that.
Yeah, that's a long throw to the wide side of the field right there, and Gillespie almost was able to pick that one off. A good job there by Parker Hughes, kind of becoming the defender here on that play, but you see great break on the ball by Gillespie and knocks Hughes off the ball.
So Greeneville's defense responds on 1st down. What can they do on 2nd down? It's 2nd and 10. Everett back again in the shotgun. Takes a couple steps back, rifles it to number 14 over the middle. Big hit again. Who was that? Was that Hyde again? It was. We talked about how good he is at free safety. He's a big guy that can move.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron Hyde, he's having a heck of a 2nd half here right now for Greeneville. Let's take another look. He is Mr. Big Hit, we're going to call him now after this play here. Breaking on the ball and causing the incompletion there on Evan Perkins.
That ball was thrown high. Perkins had a shot at it, but Height made sure he didn't come down with it. So another big drive for Elizabethton. 3rd down and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Cameron Height, 6'4", 215. You don't see that often in high school at that position.
And he can run like a deer. Here we go. Betsy on the move. Everett back deep. Big rush. He throws just short of the 1st down, and it's incomplete off the hands of Hughes again. And Elizabethton's going to have to punt.
Yeah, good job by the Greeneville defensive line there, getting pressure right up the middle. Everett had to backpedal a little bit, throw off the back foot, throw a little high and a little wide there of Parker Hughes. So now for the 1st time, Elizabethton's going to have to punt the ball.
So that's Shuffler back there to receive this punt again. You talked about his lack of action because teams usually don't kick a lot. He does get some punt returns, but this is not going to be a good punt. It's off the side of his foot, but he gets a great roll. It'll roll down to about the 30, close to the 30. It continues to roll, and it'll be knocked dead about on the 29. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
You wake up when the sun does. We know it's not an easy gig. It takes a special kind of person to do this job. At Landair, we believe drive is a sign of character, not a job description. Landair.
We're back in Greeneville. Cade Ballard takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Gillespie. He breaks a tackle, spins for a good move, close to the first down. It seemed like the whole Cyclone defensive backfield had a hold of him and couldn't get him down.
Yeah, it's a first down for Greeneville. Now, this is danger time if you're Elizabethton here. If Greeneville scores here, it goes up 3 touchdowns. It'll be awfully tough now. So Elizabethton's defense has to come up with a turnover, a stop, or at least hold them to a field goal, if nothing else.
Very deliberate by the Devils tonight as Ballard looks over at his dad, gets the play. This time he's got Hyde out to the right, 3 other receivers flanked out to the left. Ballard back deep, no rush at all. He's got plenty of time. He says go deep. He throws it deep. He's got a man wide open. That's number 21, Cameron Hyde again, who's having a huge night.
Especially here in the second half, 2 catches. Hyde had no catches in the first half. 2 catches here in the second half, 1 for a touchdown. That one, a big gain, and that was really the first time. We'll take another look at this replay. This is the first time, really, that Ballard dropped back, had all the time in the world to throw. Great job by the offensive line at Greeneville, and then Height just found the spot inside that zone and was wide open.
He almost had too much time to throw, Casey. Sometimes you have too much. He had all day. So here we go. Greeneville on the move again, inside the 30. First down. It's another handoff to Gillespie up the middle. This time he's got a huge hole. He cuts back left, breaks a tackle, runs over a guy. He's down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, this is the Greeneville that we've been seeing most of this season, the big chunk plays. Right now it's been 3 plays, and they're already down inside, almost inside the 10-yard line.
Well, it's obvious that Elizabethton Cyclone defense is tired. They've been on the field a lot. These drives for Greeneville are eating it up 4 minutes at a time, and it's just tough to go. Here's a replay. Look at this huge hole. Just Gillespie has no one there. And he breaks a tackle, and it's Corey Russell that gets it. So here we go back to Goddard on the right side. He's close to the goal line, reaches over, and he scores. So Greeneville has put another touchdown on the board.
I mean, that's hard to stop right there. It's 6'3", 220. There's a penalty on the play.
We do have a penalty?
Yeah, that's against Greeneville, so take that touchdown off the board.
So we don't need that replay because they're going to take this one off.
All right, it's holding against Greeneville, so now the ball goes all the way back to the 20-yard line.
So it's all the way back to the 20 here. So again, penalty coming at the worst time for the Devils.
Speaking of the Devils, there's the Green Devil liking what he sees so far. It's a 1st and 18 now for Greeneville from the Elizabethton 20-yard line.
You sure that's not Dave Dirks inside that Devil costume? You never know about Dave. Cade Ballard, your quarterback, from the shotgun. Fakes it to Gillespie. He'll take it on the right side. He's hit from behind and hauled down. That time the Cyclone defense were up to the challenge. That's Zach Hartley on that tackle there, the defensive end, number 80.
That's Zach A. Hartley. Of course, Elizabethton, they have 2 Zach Hartleys. One plays offense, one plays defense.
I feel your pain, Zach.
Paul Johnson?
I've told the story many times. The Georgia Tech football coach, Paul Johnson, we played on the same high school football team. We came up with a plan to combine our stats so we could both get college football scholarships. So we did that, and neither one of us got one. But Paul ended up being a big coaching star, of course. Ballard back to pass. He pump fakes, throws to Goddard, who's wide open and just boots it, kicks it into the ground.
Yeah, Greeneville was going for the fake screen to Goddard, then trying to get Albright or height going streaking to the end zone, but Elizabethton ready for that. So Ballard went back to Goddard. Goddard just couldn't hang on to that one.
Thing is, he had some room to run.
He did.
So Youngblood's coming back in. Gillespie goes out.
Third down. It's 3rd and 16 for Greeneville. So Elizabethton, they got him into a 3rd and long. Now they have to just finish it off here and not allow a big play.
Ballard takes the snap, goes right up the middle. He's got a hole. He'll come a little bit short of the first down, and he knows that he had a chance to score that. Look at him. He is pretty mad at himself.
Yeah, it's now it sets up 4th down. Is Cade Ballard going to go with the field goal, or offense is going to stay on the field? It's 4th and 6 from the 9, so they don't need to score. They have to get down to the 2.5, 3 yard line for a first down.
Wow, it's still, you figure with a kid like Jones, you're taking points off the board, but he's got confidence in his offense. Ballard, straight drop back. He'll throw it out to Goddard. Goddard's on the run. He's got 2 Cyclones that'll knock him just out of bounds, short of the first down.
Yeah, I don't think he got it. I think that's a great stand by the Elizabethton defense, and it looks like the Cyclones will take over on downs. And yes, it is. First down, Elizabethton.
Great defense there by the Cyclones on the far side. So we're going to take a break here as they switch ends. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. You know what, folks? When you throw Bach and Bernard in the mix, it doesn't get any better than that. How about making a short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where you can save up to $14,000 on 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LTZ pickups right now. That's right, save up to $14,000. And you can save up to $14,000 on select LT trucks in Crew Cab also. Make the short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where, as always, I'm going to save you money.
We are back in Greeneville, and the Elizabethton Cyclones have just run a first down play for a couple of yards. They came up with a huge stop on defense. They trail this game 28-13 with 4 minutes and 42 seconds left. And now the Cyclones have to do something deep in their own territory, Case.
They do. They got the stop they desperately needed. Down by 15 points, 4.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. They're going to have a long way to go here. I mean, they got the ball. That was the good news. But the bad news was that they got the ball at their own 6-yard line.
So again, it's Everett back to pass. He's got a receiver open, but he throws it into coverage, and still, somehow, Corey Russell was able to cut in front of the defender. That, again, is Jordan Gillespie. They've had a great matchup tonight. That time, Russell got the best of it and got the first down.
And that was a great throw by Carter Everett. Low, as a low throw there, so Gillespie would have to have gone through Russell to get to that ball.
Oh,
perfectly well thrown, and what a catch there by Corey Russell.
Great camera work by Keith Roberts on that to snare that. Roberts following the ball right into his gut. Yeah. Corey Russell's such a great player. You could watch him all day. So Elizabethton still trying to get out of a deep hole here. They need a touchdown. And they give it off to the running back, number 24, Austin Outland. And he's trying to fight for extra yardage, and that's always scary because you can get that ball popped out.
Yeah, that's probably the best run of the night so far for Elizabethton. That's a first down. Nice run there by Outland. And Elizabethton, a couple first downs on this drive, and momentum turning a little bit in favor of the Cyclones.
Knight and Odell coming up with a tackle there. Carter Everett moving folks around. You got to say, where is Corey Russell? It looks like he's way out to the far side, split out, so he won't be matched up this time against Gillespie. He'll take on someone new. Let's see if they do something. Yeah, they're going to streak down the right side. That's what they're doing. Corey Russell sees the ball. Oh, man, and there's a flag. It looked like the defender there, number 14, Dalton McLean, lost track of the ball, and it actually hit him in the back.
Yeah, he never was looking at the ball, and so Corey Russell smartly trying to go for the ball and making the officials throw the flag. It should be a pass interference.
As you said, the tide somewhat turning here in the third quarter. Elizabethton, remember, made that great defensive stand, and then they've been able to move out of the hole. Here's the replay, and look at how Corey was open, and the defender didn't even know the ball was coming.
Yeah, and that's a good job by Corey Russell to continue to go after the ball and draw the penalty.
I think they put Russell on the right side just to open that up. So again, another run this time. It's Outland again up to the 50-yard line.
Elizabethton having some success on the ground. This is the by far the most they've run the ball and the most success they've had running the ball as well.
Well, the first half, it was almost, 7-on-7 like you were watching in the summer because they threw almost every down. And now Elizabethton's mixing up the plays, and it's working. Carter Everett looks to the sidelines, gets the call. He'll tell his back what it is and wait for the snap.
He has a false start against Elizabethton. He'll back them up 5 yards.
Oh, that's huge because it was second and manageable. Now it's going to be second and long.
It's a pivotal drive for the Cyclones, down by 15 points. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. They're on the move. They need a score.
Carter Everett drops back. He'll go long. Corey Russell's out there. He'll have to fight for it. And Russell makes an amazing catch. Oh, my goodness, on his back.
What a catch by Corey Russell. Now, the Greeneville side says they want a pass interference on Russell, but it's a first down for the Cyclones. Let's take another look at this one. Here, Carter Everett throws it up. Corey Russell, he can do it all. Comes down with it there over McLean once again.
So I think they put Russell out on the right side, and they're trying to work on that. He wasn't having as much luck on the left side, so they split him out there. And now this time Corey Russell jumps off sides.
Guess you can't be too mad at him after making that catch there. He gives back 5 yards, but that's the second false start on this drive for Elizabethton.
Silly penalties. Sean Witten's going to hate that when he looks at the film, or when he watches the replay of our game tomorrow, which he very might do that. Thank you, Jim. 2 replays tomorrow. And those are at noon, and there's one on Sunday, 2 o'clock tomorrow, and then noon on Sunday. If you folks on Facebook want to watch it on a real television, you can do that. Here we go. Carter Everett back in his own 40-yard line, throws it up deep, and that time it was a stop and go, except Corey Russell stopped and did not go.
Yes, Everett went with the go, and Russell was with the back shoulder fade there. So incompletion. Now it's 2nd and 15 for the Cyclones, and obviously where they're at now in the field at the 29-yard line, they're in 4-down territory, so they don't have to get it all in one play.
Only 1:42 left in this quarter, so they've got to do something. They got to do it now. It's been a whale of a ball game. This is just unbelievable. I love this. High school football. You cannot beat a Friday night in East Tennessee, folks. We are so fortunate. Beautiful night, thanks to our boy Dave Dirks. Perfect football weather. We got all dressed up. We're having a great time.
We sure are. This is awesome. Burley Stadium coming to life here. The Greeneville fans trying to support their defense here on 2nd and long.
Carter Everett's got some room to run, and he's plodding his way out there, and he'll get some of that yardage back. Trent Knight forced him out of bounds. We talked about his mobility, or lack of, but that time he saw a spot and he went for it.
Yeah, I can promise you the Greeneville defense, they're not worried about Carter Everett beating them, running the ball. I think he picked up maybe 2 or 3 yards on that play, but when it was open like that, he has to take it. It should be a gain of 8, not counting the penalty yardage there. So now it's 3rd and 8 for Elizabethton.
Carter Everett looks for the play. He's going to take his time from the shotgun. Everett throws it out. It's back to Corey Russell on the left side, and he'll spin close to the first down. I'm not sure. It's going to be close. But like you said, this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, it is really close. I think they may even measure that one. The first down marker appears to be just about the 14-yard line. Let's take another look here. Corey Russell, 3-step drop. Get out of your hands quickly, and they're going to bring the chains out to measure this to see whether it'll be a first down for Elizabethton or it'll be 4th and less than a yard.
1:20 left here in the third quarter, 28-13.
This is going to be close.
Luckily, we've got the super zoom lens on this one, so you'll see that he gets it by that much. Oh, my goodness. Great camera work there by Keith Roberts to show you. Just got it over that line by,
Football's a game of inches.
Yeah, by that stripe on the football. That's what it looked like. Now, you got the first down. You've got to have the touchdown to get back in this ball game. But if Greeneville can hold them, It changes the tide again.
And again, Elizabethton in 4-down territory. Field goal does them no good here. They need a touchdown.
Minute 14 left in the clock. Elizabethton taking its time. They're being a lot more deliberate in the series. Not as hurry up as they were in the first. Everett takes a snap. He'll hand off, double reverse. Corey Russell looks to throw. He throws it back to a man. It's wide open for a touchdown. That's Braxton Rollins, I believe. Oh my goodness, what a play. That's Braxton Rollins, I believe. Oh my goodness, what a play. Where did Sean Witten come up with that?
Wow.
That deep. Wow, a gutty call.
Corey Russell with a double reverse pass to Bryson Rollins. The freshman comes up with a big catch. What a throw by Corey Russell. We need to see this one again here. Sean Witten again taking chances deep in the bag of tricks. What a play by Corey Russell to throw that one to Bryson Rollins for the touchdown. Just what Elizabethton needed.
Jackson Holly for the extra point. And he'll boot it up and through. So it's 28-19. The Cyclones are back in it. We do have a replay, yes.
Here's a replay on this one. Austin Outland to Corey Russell. Russell then with a strike back across his body to Bryson Hollins. That was a 95-yard drive, PJ. 11 plays, 4:05 off the clock.
And that was Will Albright. I thought for a second that Albright had a chance to make the pick, but that time Elizabethton had flanked Rollins out as receiver. He's played running back for most of the night. Got him out, trick play, and you put that ball in the hands of your best player, Corey Russell, and say, Corey, make a play, and boy, did he ever.
That was his second touchdown pass of the night. Now, what a turn of events here. Greeneville is up 15 points. They go forward on 4th down, come up about 2 yards short, but then Elizabethton goes 95 yards, highlighted by that Corey Russell touchdown pass to Bryson Hollins. And now, I mean, we're less than a minute left in the third quarter, and this is a 8-point game, right where we were at halftime.
Yeah, this is 28-20, number 1 against number 3, maybe the 2 best teams in the state. Who knows? I mean, this is really everything that we hoped it would be. So Jackson Holly will tee it up. This time, it looks like, the same guys going back for Greeneville. Again, it looks like Shuffler's back there. And he's done a pretty good job returning it tonight as well.
Does Sean Witten try
an onside
kick here, or a pooch kick or anything?
I think it's way too risky with the way Greeneville's moving the ball. And you're only down by 8. I was thinking, should they have gone for 2 there? Too early. Deep kick by Holly, but it will be returnable. And here comes Greeneville. It's Shuffler looking around. So lots of folks around, but everybody appears to be okay. And
that was Mason Gudger.
Mason Gudger returning that one. My bad call on that. 44 seconds left. It's 28-20. Now, does Greeneville do anything special or keep at it?
I mean, keep at it. The one they scored the touchdown on, they were moving the ball in big chunk plays. They're, the passing game was opening up a little bit, but as much as they've been running the ball, they've worn down that Elizabethton defense. So I expect them to continue to run the ball with Ballard, Gillespie, and Youngblood here right up the middle.
Keep in mind, it was Goddard that scored on that play, but there was holding that got called back. So Greeneville's got a lot of work to do. And Ballard's ready to do it. Screen out the left. That's Goddard again. He has a blocker. He has some speed. He breaks loose and gets the first down, and then it's finally tossed out at around the 50-yard line. Looks like Deuce Morton was in there on that tackle, a little linebacker.
And you think about Greeneville, they've had 2 touchdowns taken off the board because of penalties in this game right before the halftime, and then on their last possession as well. Here again, they've been doing this all day, getting Dorian Goddard, getting the ball, get the blockers all bright height in front of them. Goddard making a couple defenders miss, picking up a first down.
Our replay sponsored tonight by Tusculum University and our scoreboard sponsor, HMG Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your health partner for life. And speaking of the score, it's 28-20 as the clock is running down at the end of the third quarter. We've got a well of a ball game. You're going to see an incredible fourth quarter, and you're only going to see it on Fox. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
For the first time ever at Grand Home Furnishings, save 50% on all Lazy Boy and Kincaid furniture. Plus, get 2 years no interest. So if you want to relax, enjoy a family meal, or sleep in style, get the best for 50% less, only at Grand.
It's Truck Month at Johnson City Ford, and you get our biggest discounts of the year. Save as much as $16,000 on a new F-150, save $10,000 on a new Explorer, or save up to $8,000 on an all-wheel drive Ford Escape. These deals are only at Johnson City Ford.
If you want to be served an Italian experience you'll never forget, you need to hurry into Dino's Restaurant in the heart of Elizabethton. Since 1963, Dino's offers traditional Italian and American comfort food in a friendly family atmosphere with reasonable prices. From Italian, steaks, seafood, sandwiches, and more, Dino's will have just what you need. Our experienced chefs use fresh ingredients to enhance the flavor of each dish. Whether it's lunch or dinner, for the best at Italian and American, make Dino's in Elizabethton your next stop.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. You know what, folks? When you throw Bach and Bernard in the mix, it doesn't get any better than that. How about making a short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where you can save up to $14,000 on 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LTZ pickups right now. That's right, save up to $14,000. And you can save up to $14,000 on select LT trucks in Crew Cab also. Make the short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where as always, I'm going to save you money.
At Brooks & Malone, we offer exceptional service in landscaping, pools, and design. Our goal is to create a fun, relaxing place for your family and children so they never have to leave home. Save money, skip the stress of travel, and enjoy your summer at home. We offer a lifetime warranty on all of our pools, whether it's fiberglass or vinyl liner, and top-of-the-line energy savings equipment. At Brooks & Malone, our team is thoroughly committed to your satisfaction. There's nothing more important to us. This is Holly at Brooks & Malone. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Toyota Truck Month is on at Johnson City Toyota, where in addition to big discounts, you get huge rebates too. Save over $5,000 on Tundra, drive a Tacoma for $354 a month with 0 down, or RAV4 for $185 a month. Shop JohnsonCityToyota.com.
In a world that has traded quality for disposable, Kincaid still makes solid wood furniture. Visit Grand Home Furnishings and see why you should consider genuine solid wood.
And we're back in Greeneville. This is the part of the show where a great announcer would have something great to say, but that's not me, because it's 28-20 and it speaks for itself tonight. Fourth quarter begins and Greeneville has the ball. Ballard back in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, and he'll fake a throw, and he's hit in the backfield, spins out, spins away from another tackler, and he's met head-on by Corey Russell, and he just runs right over it.
What a play by Ballard, avoiding the sack. Elizabethton brought a safety blitz. Ballard, though, bounced off, and let's take another look at this replay right here. Watch Ballard, the defender comes right at him, and boom! Spins off.
Oh, my goodness.
Drew Broom that had a clean shot at Ballard, not able to bring him down, and he turns a loss into a gain of 6.
So they had him in the backfield, but he's so nifty. He's got that footwork. Cade Ballard, one of the best players in the state of Tennessee. And we have a flag on the right side. Someone moved, it appears.
Looks like it's against Elizabethton, offsides.
That certainly is. You certainly cannot give Greeneville yardage at this point of the game, 28-20 with 11 minutes to play.
That's a first down for the Green Devils.
From just inside the 40-yard line, Ballard from the end zone, camera angle, takes a snap, will hand it off to the big guy. That's going to be Youngblood, and that could put him over 100 yards rushing for the night. That was not expected.
I mean, Youngblood only had 20 carries on the season coming into the game, because Greeneville, their first team offense, has hardly ever had to play. They have so many weapons, you got to spread the ball around, but Youngblood getting a lot of work tonight along with Gillespie and Ballard in the backfield.
Now the clock becomes Elizabethton's enemy here. If Greeneville can rack off another 5 minutes out of this, they'll be up by 2 touchdowns. It's going to be tough for the Cyclones. And so far they've been so methodical. Fumble in the backfield, but scoop up and throw out to Dorian Goddard and the speedsters hit heavy, but he keeps going, keep fighting. Oh my goodness, he's fighting for every yard. It took everybody on the Elizabethton field to get him down.
I mean, Dorian Goddard, there's a reason he's going to the University of Virginia. Big physical receiver. He has the speed, the strength, the size, everything you want as a future Division I wide receiver.
As we said, he fights for every yard. Here's your replay. You see Ballard kind of drop the ball, picks it up, just throws it out to Goddard, and then bam, 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 and another bam. And finally, after 2 more bams, he goes down.
That's a lot of bams.
That's a lot of bams. Maybe it was more than 2. Oh, my goodness. All right, Greeneville on the move. Inside the 20 now. That's a handoff to Youngblood. He breaks another tackle, but there goes a flag where you usually see holding at that point. Gosh, he's a tough runner.
He really is, and yeah, I think that one, Cade Ballard's walking back. That's holding against Greeneville.
That's our boy Kilroy Hill, who's had so many tackles tonight. Not that big of a kid, but boy, what a heart he has, and he'll hit you.
Yeah, so I mean, now Elizabethton, they needed something defensively to give them the spark. That holding penalty now sets Greeneville up 1st and long. As we're approaching 9.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, Greeneville holding on to a 28-20 lead over Elizabethton.
Ballard looks over at his dad, gets the play. It'll be a little bubble screen. Now he's going to look deep, and he'll throw it over the middle. Another leaping catch there by Will Albright, number 26.
That's the first catch, I believe, for Will Albright today. He's going to the University of Tennessee as a long snapper. He is just a junior, but he'll be playing for Jeremy Pruitt in the Vols here one day.
You know, that's something that these college coaches have realized in the last few years is so valuable. Used to, you just get just about anybody to be a long snapper and not look for that, but Tennessee obviously needs one, and he's going to be a good one. Ballard taking his time. He'll walk up the line, now walk back from the shotgun. That's Youngblood to his right. And there'll be another bubble screen out to Dorian Goddard. He gets on the corner. 3 Cyclones will throw him out of bounds.
There might be a penalty flag on that one there for...
he hit him high, but they really tossed him out.
Out of bounds, and then there's another flag.
Now, those sidelines are pretty tight down there. We were there for our game night show earlier. There's not a whole lot of room, so you don't want to be throwing somebody into the stands.
I think there's 2 penalties on Elizabethton, one for hitting Goddard out of bounds, and then I think Kilroy Hill got one for maybe barking at the official.
And there goes Hill, it looks like, off the field.
Sportsmanlike, yeah.
Yeah, I think you nailed that, Casey. Bad time for a bad penalty, and they got one right there.
So 2 personal foul penalties. Of course, they were so far to the end zone, so it'd be half the distance to the goal, then another half the distance to the goal. So it looks like the ball now is sitting on the 3-yard line for Elizabethton.
So if Greeneville puts it in the end zone here, it's going to be tough for the Cyclones. They're going to need a lot of help because there's only going to be about 8 minutes or so left.
Kilroy Hill was 165 pounds, and Goddard over 200, and also is Albright and Height. So it's tough to bring those guys down. That's a lot of weight to be giving up.
He keeps hitting them head on too. Oh my goodness, what a tough kid. Ballard right up the middle with the sneak. It's the old pickup truck formation we talked about all night long. They just pick everybody up and move him in the end zone.
But this one, he did not get in the end zone on this one here, so they're marking him just short. So I would expect the same play once again. And Greeneville okay with probably not getting in the end zone, allows them to take another 30 seconds or so off the clock.
As we said, the clock is really Elizabethton's enemy now because they're going to run out of time. No matter what kind of comeback you're thinking about, you have to have time, and you're not going to quick strike against Greeneville very often.
And I'd expect the same play here. Ballard with the sneak with the guys behind him.
Yep, and that's what it is. Another full house backfield formation with Youngblood giving a final push, and no signal.
Sign yet.
No signal, but he's got to be close. He's down at the bottom of a pile.
He's got the ball out at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, and he's like, why no call? He cannot believe there's not been a call.
No, he's short.
The half-yard line, it sounds like. Oh, my goodness.
Now it's a touchdown.
Oh. Okay, now he finally said, okay, yeah, you're right. He did score a touchdown. Well, I'm not sure if we have a replay on that, and I'm not sure we'll see it, but if we do, we'll show it to you. Looks like Greeneville's going to line up for the extra point. Now they're going to talk about it. Sean Witten's on the field, and he's yelling about something, about the clock, I think. Too much time ran off the clock while they were deciding that. The official's going to talk about it here.
That was odd. I did not see any official on the field signal touchdown.
There was not one official. They all looked at each other while we were up here going, well, it sure looks like he fell in the end zone. Come on, guys. You got a better view than we do. But the right call was finally made, so all's well that ends well, I suppose. Now they're trying to get this sorted out with the clock. The clock still says 7:32. And they did put the touchdown on the scoreboard. Okay, so they'll kick for the extra point against C.J. Jones, who's been perfect tonight. Mr. Jones puts it through. It's now 35-20. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
And we're back here in Greeneville with the stands full of folks cheering and messing around and a Sky 5 drone high above. Look at that massive crowd, Casey. Folks, as far as you can see, cars parked in the end zone. Everybody in Greeneville is at this ball game, and I think half of Betsy's here as well. And why not? It's number 1 against number 3. This is the best high school football game I've seen in years. It's 35-20, but both teams fighting to the very end here. And we're just about to wrap it up with 7 minutes and 32 seconds. Elizabethton needs a quick strike, and they need it now, Case.
Yeah, that last drive for Greeneville, 10 plays, 66 yards, took 6 minutes, 12 seconds off the clock. And yeah, that leaves Elizabethton in must-score territory. They're in 4 downs the rest of the way. They need to score a touchdown and then get a stop and do it again.
Oh my goodness, here we go. C.J. Jones with the boot, and it's going to be deep. Corey Russell's back there. He'll let it go in the end zone. We'll start from the 20.
All right, so last time Elizabethton had the ball, they did the trick play there with Russell throwing it off the reverse there to Bryson Rollins. But again, I expect now Carter Everett, again, the quick throws to Parker Hughes, Evan Perkins, and Corey Russell. And then they're going to have to go a lot faster now on offense. Pretty much, they already do no huddle, but they're going to have to go more up-tempo and not take as long once they get to the line of scrimmage to run the play.
So it's first down Cyclones. Wearing the orange pants tonight and the white jerseys. Carter Everett, the big quarterback, going to his favorite receiver, Corey Russell, who's open and spins up to the 30 for what should be a first down. Cyclones on the move. With Shuffler there making the defensive stop for the Devils.
And you see Elizabethton, again, they're going to have to pick up the tempo, pick up the pace a little bit here. But that's a great start to the drive, finding number 5. Corey Russell.
Number 5, keeping them alive. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third quarter.
2 touchdown passes for Corey Russell.
There's a big swarm in the backfield as Outland is just driven back. He's going to lose yardage on that play.
There's a penalty flag on the play. That has to be probably in the area of holding, I would think.
Unless the defense jumped off sides. Nope.
Face mask.
Face mask. Wow. I did not see that, but they did, and that's what counts.
Just the 5-yard variety, though, so not 15 yards.
The inadvertent face mask, yes. That does help Elizabeth. Well, now he's marking off more than that, huh?
Now they called it the personal foul face mask.
So, there we go. Elizabethton and the chains are moving. And so's the clock. We're under 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. It's 35-20. Greeneville, the number 1 team in the state, getting a real challenge tonight, but leading the Cyclones. Carter Everett looking right, throws a bubble screen out to his running back Outland, who cuts, and he's hit hard by Shuffler. And another couple of Devils in on that tackle as well.
Let's take a look here. Sky 5, Ricky Matthews flying our drone. Food City hopping on board, sponsoring the drone this game. Thank you guys so much for that. Ricky and Caleb Perney out here also running the drone tonight for us as well.
If you're a sponsor and you want some great exposure, there's nothing better than this drone to do a lot of things. That's the shot. As is this quarterback. That's just an amazing television shot. As is this quarterback. Carter Everett looking to his left. He's got a receiver open, and he drills him right in the numbers. That's Corey Russell again, short of the 40-yard line.
I mean, Corey Russell has been everything as advertised. I mean, he's our player of the year as a sophomore. He won our player of the year last year. You know, there's a little more spread out things. They didn't rely on him as much last year, but this year.
Well, Carter was hurt some last year, and he had to play a different variety of roles. So this year, he's been Corey Russell, number one. Play right up the middle again, Outland getting a couple of yards. Everhart on the tackle there. Defensive tackle coming in for the Devils defense. Elizabethton now moving the ball up to the 40. 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Cyclones need a score if they have any chance of winning this game. They need to get on the board. They're down by 15 points, and the clock is ticking. Here we go. Carter Everett gets his receiver. He's open. And Greeneville will wrestle him down. That was Ty Smith, number 15, who's seen some action tonight.
And that's a first down for Elizabethton. They're doing exactly what they need to do, move the chains. And they got to score a touchdown here. We'll see a replay here. Is Ty Smith. Again, Carter Everett, 1, 2, 3. Get the ball out of your hand quickly.
Boy, look at that throw. He's got a great arm, doesn't he?
He's a prototypical pocket passer that you want. You know, the NFL has so much success at that level, whether it's a Tom Brady, a Drew Brees, those guys that they don't beat you with their legs. They got a heck of an arm.
Carter Everett looking left, got a little bubble screen out there. Again, that's Outland taking the ball and trying to break through, but a big collision over there as a host of Devils were there to greet him, led by Kershaw.
Yeah, Austin Outland that time looking for some contact and lowering his shoulder, running over the defender of the clock. Again, now under 5 minutes, Elizabethton, they are moving the ball, but they're staying in bounds. It'd be nice, I'm sure they could get out of bounds, stop this clock a little bit here, but they're at a point now where they're maybe taking a little too much time here in between plays.
Carter Everett still in the shotgun. Where is Corey Russell? Looks like he's flanked out to the left, and he's looking that way. There's a throw down the sidelines, deep, and the ball's tipped and no good as it goes out of the back of the end zone.
Carter Everett took a big hit on that play right there, looking for Evan Perkins. He stood in there and took a big hit from Jacques Gillespie Taylor.
Boy, Greeneville was not fooled on that play at all. They had it covered from start to finish. We'll look at it again here on replay, brought to you by Tusculum University. I love this kid's arm, though. Look at this. Throws it up. He did take the big hit. Boy, it would have taken a great catch, but it was possible.
Yeah, Trent Knight also in there, bringing the pressure for Greeneville. That did stop the clock. It's 3rd down and 8 for Elizabethton. Keep an eye on Corey Russell.
Everett looking right. He's going to run up the middle. He's got plenty of room. He'll run over again. Oh, what a tackle. Was that Hyde in there? Oh, my gosh, he came up to meet him, and he may be short of that first down.
He is short of that was Ty Youngblood.
Was that Ty Youngblood? Man, he came out of nowhere to beat him because he had a huge, huge hole, Casey.
Yeah, great run there by Carter Everett. It's 4th and 2. This is the play of the ball game right now. Elizabethton needs a first down if they want to stay in this game.
It's all up to the Cyclones. 4th down and 2. Everett looking deep, looking over to the sidelines. Corey Russell's in the slot to his right. Keep your eye on number 5. He's looking at Russell, but he's going deep to the corner. That's Perkins out there, but it looks like it could be intercepted. The fans are quieting their way. Was he in bounds? We'll look at the play here in the air. Looks like he's just out of bounds. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Savings up to $13,500 on our massive inventory of over 100 Silverados. 18 Silverado LTZ Crew Cab, $13,500 off. 18 Silverado All-Star Crew Cab, $12,000 off. 18 Trax, 22% off. 19 Equinox, 20% off. Check out all our savings online, and don't forget Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Should we say that or not? And Sky 5 continues to fly high above, brought to you by Food City. It's first down Greeneville, and they're on the move. Big play by Gillespie. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's got some room to run. Can Corey Russell catch him? And he does. He'll haul him down just past the 50-yard line.
That was a big run there by Javon Gillespie, the grandson of Alan Johnson.
He looked like a drag racer going up the middle there, like Top Fuel. He does have some jets on him when he gets in the, I said earlier he was kind of their bruising back, but once he gets in the opening, I mean, look at this replay, Casey.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously, Elizabethton going to sell out to stop the run at this point in the ball game. Gillespie broke through the front line, and now Greeneville in no hurry, the clock under 3 minutes. Look for Elizabethton if Greeneville doesn't get a first down on this possession, start using their timeouts on this play.
2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the game. Number 2, Cade Ballard, your quarterback, from the shotgun. Elizabethton looks to apply some pressure. It's Gillespie hit in the backfield and dropped. Kilroy Hill again. And you're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. You know what, folks? When you throw Bach and Bernard in the mix, it doesn't get any better than that. How about making a short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where you can save up to $14,000 on 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LTZ pickups right now. That's right, save up to $14,000. And you can save up to $14,000 on select LT trucks in Crew Cab also. Make the short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where, as always, I'm going to save you money.
And we're back in Greeneville with Ballard throwing it out to the right. Dorian Goddard out there. Goddard makes a move, breaks a tackle. They're hanging on. Now they're driving him out of bounds. Not quite out of bounds, but that should be short of the first down. So a minute 34 left, and Greeneville's just content to run the clock out. And Elizabethton's hopes are going down the tubes pretty quickly as a lot of Cyclone fans are headed for the exits. It's 35-20 with a minute 23 left.
Yeah, I'm surprised Elizabethton not calling any timeouts. I mean, they have all three of their timeouts. The game clock down to a minute 15, and if Elizabethton's not going to call a timeout, Greeneville's going to let that play clock run down. It's at 13 seconds right now, so they can snap this ball with just about a minute left here.
As you can see, Ballard's been bleeding the clock. It's down to 4-3, the play clock I'm talking about. They'll snap it. Reisick gets inside 2. Gillespie with a huge hole, rounding down inside the 30-yard line, over the 25, and Greeneville knocking on the door again with a couple of Cyclones knocking him down at the last moment.
And it looks like Sean Witten is not going to call his timeouts. That clock's going to continue running. Greeneville's only going to have to take one more snap, and this game will be over. It'll be a victory formation, kneel down, and Greeneville is going to win this game of 2 unbeatens. They're going to move to 8-0. Elizabethton will fall to 7-1.
Elizabethton has nothing to be ashamed of. What a great performance by the Cyclones. Tooth and nail tonight. A couple of penalties at a wrong time, wrong place kind of thing. But it's 35-20, and the clock winding down, play clock down to 7. So this could be the final couple plays of the ball game. Looks like Greeneville's going to let the clock run out. They do.
Greeneville called a timeout here at the play clock at 0, so there's 13 seconds left.
And now that they're going to run that down to 12.
I think some of the Greeneville players thought the game was over.
I think they did.
Yeah, but Greeneville called a timeout. The play clock.
For all intents and purposes, the game is over, and the fans are headed to the exits. Now, we still have to name our play of the game, brought to you by the Grindstaff Automotive Group, grindstaffcars.com. Steve Grindstaff and Elizabethton, we're glad you're aboard tonight, and we'll be making that decision shortly. And then we plan some post-game coverage as well, so please stay tuned to Fox Tri-Cities for complete coverage of the battle between number 1 Greeneville and number 3 Elizabethton. It has been everything we thought it would be. Let's get the final play. We've got one final play, and then we'll give you some thoughts on this ball game.
This will be the victory formation kneel down for Greeneville.
Cade Ballard just going to kneel down, and that's going to be your ball game. 35-20 is your final. And Greeneville really looking impressive tonight in that fourth quarter, doing what they needed to do. And right now, both teams coming on the field as show of sportsmanship. What a great high school football game, Casey.
It really did live up to the hype. Number 1 against number 3 in the state. Both teams threw punches. Both teams countered. Greeneville at home wins by 2 touchdowns, 15 points. Last year, Greeneville won at Elizabethton by 14, so very similar to last year, a little more high scoring. But again, these two teams showing they are two of the best teams in the state in Class 4A.
So how this is probably going to play out now, Greeneville's going to get the number 1 seed from Upper East Tennessee, which means the Cyclones will have to go on the road eventually and play Anderson County probably.
Yeah, both of these teams will get one home playoff game in the first round, and Greeneville will be at home in the second round if they keep winning. But Elizabethton, barring an upset, they will likely have to go on the road in the second round like they did last year to Anderson County, who presumably that's where they would be going again in the second round. Then if possible, these two teams could play again in the third round of the playoffs.
All right, we're going to show you one more shot from the beautiful Sky 5 drone. Thanks so much for the good folks at Food City, Steve Smith and all those guys, so good to us, sponsoring high school football athletics and sponsoring this ball game for us, and our game night sponsors as well, Champion Chevrolet. Tim, Andy, we love you guys over there, along with all the good folks at Food City that make this game possible. Casey's going to run down on the field and try to get some interviews, and I'm going to wrap it up after this. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Grindstaff Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get 0% for 72 months on a 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude. Save up to $12,000 on a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn during Ram Power Days. If your truck doesn't say Grindstaff on the back, you paid too much.
The Davy Crockett TA Travel Center in Baileyton is proud to support the Greeneville Green Devils. David Crockett is a locally owned business since 1976, and we're pleased to announce many new offerings for the customers we serve, including a 200-seat full-service IHOP open 24/7, a Papa John's with local delivery, and a Dunkin' Donuts Express. From cellular merchandise and groceries to a chrome shop with lots of truck accessories, Davy Crockett has something for everyone. Come see us at the David Crockett TA Travel Center in Baileyton. Go Green Devils!
It's Truck Month at Johnson City Ford, and you get our biggest discounts of the year. Save as much as $16,000 on a new F-150, save $10,000 on a new Explorer, or save up to $8,000 on an all-wheel drive Ford Escape. These deals are only at Johnson City Ford.
Ultimate Shine Car Wash has a new look and new prices. Visit one of our 10 locations and go unlimited with always free vacuums, mat cleaner, glass cleaner, and towels. Fast passes start at just $14.95. Our best wash every day for less than $1 a day. Unlimited washes, one low monthly cost. At Ultimate Shine Car Wash, we offer 10 locations to serve you. Visit us online or Facebook to find a car wash near you.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Savings up to $13,500 on our massive inventory of over 100 Silverados. 18 Silverado LTZ Crew Cab, $13,500 off. 18 Silverado All-Star Crew Cab, $12,000 off. 18 Trax, 22% off. 19 Equinox, 20% off. Check out all our savings online, and don't forget Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
It's football time in Tennessee at Grindstaff Ford. Get a new Escape for $279 a month or a new F-150 4x4 for only $399 a month. We have new Fiestas for just $179 a month. Shop us 24/7 at grindstaffcars.com.
Welcome back to Greeneville, Tennessee, where the Devils have really alerted everyone in the state that they are indeed the #1 ranked team as they hold off a very spirited Elizabethton team tonight. The the final 35-20. Now we're going to bring you our play of the ball game, which is right here, Cameron Height. Play of the ball game, sponsored by Grindstaff Automotive Group, grindstaffcars.com. Cameron Height taking a little bubble screen down the sideline. It was so hard to pick a play of the game, but this really broke it open for Greeneville. Greeneville was so methodical all night long, and that's your play of the ball game, brought to you by grindstaffcars.com. We're going to have a new face sit in here with me, familiar to our old school WCYB fans. This is Jim Denton. He's going to come into the shot here, Chuck, if you'll adjust it, because he's been keeping stats for us tonight. Casey's down on the field. And Jim, what have you got for us so far?
Very old school, by the way. 35-20, your final score. Greeneville had 28 first downs. Elizabethton with 20. 495 total yards for Greeneville, 296 for Elizabethton. In the passing department, Cade was 18 of 21, one touchdown for 215 yards. And Elizabethton, between Russell and Everett, was 22 of 34. There was one interception. They had 3 touchdown passes and a total of 282 yards. The big glaring statistic between yardage, 280 rushing yards, 40 attempts by Greeneville, only 14 yards for
and
Elizabethton.
That allowed them to control the clock as well, Jim, because Greeneville was just able to eat up that clock.
30 minutes and 38 seconds, time of possession for Greeneville, 17-22 for Elizabethton. There were 132 penalty yards for Greeneville, too. That kind of kept Elizabethton a little bit in the game there, but a very clean ball game, no fumbles lost.
There were so many people talking that this was going to be a blowout, that Greeneville was so good that nobody in Upper East Tennessee could handle them. But Elizabethton really hung around. They cut it down to a touchdown, and before the screenplay that we showed you from Cameron Height kind of broke the game wide open, they simply ran out of time. Well, Jim, I appreciate you joining me tonight for those stats, but it's time to throw it down on the field to Sports Director Casey Getz, who's with a special guest. Casey?
All right, we're here with Greeneville head coach Cade Ballard. Win 35-20 over Elizabethton. What did you see from your team tonight?
I saw a balanced offense. You know, we ran the ball a lot more than we have all year. Thought our O-line was really good. You know, everybody's going to try to stop the short passing game, and walked up in their face with doing all they could do. I thought Cameron Height and Will Albright did a tremendous job blocking on the edge. Dorian's going to get all the stats tonight, but those guys worked hard for him, and dang, Dorian worked hard. He was a horse on the edge. Ty was great, you know, running the ball. Cade ran it well, and Javon came in and was able to finish them off there late.
You mentioned you ran the ball more. Was that your plan coming into today? Did you think you could get them up front there with your size on the offensive line?
Yeah, you know, we thought we could, but we thought we could get the edge too, and, you know, we were able to get both tonight. Way too many penalties by us. You know, really could have put the game away a little earlier down there when we scored with the penalty, but tremendous job. Our guys, tremendous job by Elizabethton. Great football team, great coaching staff, and, you know, I knew it'd be this way. I know the fans probably didn't, but it's been that way for years when these teams get together.
For your team, this is by far your biggest challenge of the season so far today. What does this do for your team going forward now as the postseason's now 2 weeks away?
I think it just shows us that we can win in different ways. We knew they were good offensively. We knew they were going to spread the field and throw the ball around. They didn't run it very much at all. So it is a great challenge for our football team. We needed a 4-quarter game, and this will help us.
Coach, thank you very much, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
All right, that's Greeneville head coach Cade Ballard. The Green Devils win 35-20. PJ will send it back upstairs to you.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Grindstaff Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get 0% for 72 months on a 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude. Save up to $12,000 on a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn during Ram Power Days. If your truck doesn't say Grindstaff on the back, you paid too much.
Call Leo's Pest Control today.
baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. You know what, folks? When you throw Bachman Bernard in the mix, it doesn't get any better than that. How about making the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where you can save up to $14,000 on 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LTZ pickups right now. That's right, save up to $14,000. And you can save up to $14,000 on select LT trucks in Crew Cab also. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greeneville, where as always, I'm going to save you money.
Tired of your bank playing the name switch game? Make the first move and switch your accounts to Andrew Johnson Bank. Don't get slammed with new rules and fees. Take a look at what our community bank can give you. Come see us at Andrew Johnson Bank, your local bank since 1975.
Toyota Truck Month is on at Johnson City Toyota, where in addition to big discounts, you get huge rebates too. Save over $5,000 on Tundra, drive a Tacoma for $354 a month with 0 down, or RAV4 for $185 a month. Shop JohnsonCityToyota.com.
Soldier, it seems to me that you have a chip on your shoulder.
Yes, sir. The chipped ham sandwich from Pal's, sir.
You back-talking me, son?
No, sir. It's got thinly sliced, 96% fat-free ham, mayo, fresh lettuce, and crispy pickles, sir.
Oh, yeah? Drop and give me 50.
Sir, I only have one, sir.
You don't even have that now.
The chipped ham sandwich, available only at Pal's Sudden Service. Great food in a flash.
'Cause I took it.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Grindstaff Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get 0% for 72 months on a 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude. Save up to $12,000 on a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn during Ram Power Day. If your truck doesn't say Grindstaff on the back, you paid too much.
Welcome back to Greeneville, everyone. I'm PJ Johnson with some final thoughts. We saw the #1 team in the night live up to the #1 team of the state, I should say, live up to the billing as Greeneville wins over a very spirited Elizabethton team, 35-20. This has also been a victory for News 5. We have pushed for coverage of high school sports for a while now, and doing these live games has been exciting for all of us, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that help make that possible, and I want to make sure they get some recognition tonight. Jeff Armstrong, my spotter, Jim Denton, you saw Jim doing our stats tonight, and Rick Hensley, who prepared all the lineup cards for us tonight. But we could not do this game without your support and the support of all our sponsors. First and foremost, we want to thank our game night sponsors. We just couldn't do it without them. Of course, Food City, Champion Chevrolet, the good folks at Champion, Tim Copenhaver, and all the guys over there, Andy Dietrich, that do such a great job supporting high school athletics, not only our broadcast, but that as well. And Food City's always there when we call on them. They also sponsored our drone tonight. And our pregame coverage tonight brought to you by Annabelle Medical Center of Greeneville, a new sponsor. We're so thankful that you tuned in and turned on. Our halftime, JD Metals, was glad to sponsor our halftime show. Our scoreboard, as they did earlier in the season, HMG, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your health partner for life. We're glad you're on board. Facebook Live, I know a lot of you watch this game online. Chance Scott Auto Group. Chance has been such a good friend to us, and he sponsored that as well. Our instant replay, Tusculum University, congratulations for a great show and tonight for Tusculum. I know you're getting exposure in your hometown. And our play of the game, Grindstaff Automotive Group, grindstaffcars.com. So we had a lot of help to put this out there for you, the viewer, and I'm so glad that you were a part of it as well. For my good friend and sports director, Casey Getz, who does all the work, I'm PJ Johnson. Thanks for watching an incredible football game here on Fox